that's just common courtesy, right? Didn't your parents teach you to share with guests? Come on, just give it to me. Just give me the chicken nugget, kid. Don't you have more in the freezer? Come, where are your parents, kid? And why are you made of wood? Okay, just come on. You've probably eaten yesterday, okay? I didn't eat yesterday. Just give me, come on, please, man. It's been like a day and a half. You probably don't even understand what I'm saying to you. Do you speak English? Come on, I'm begging you, kid. Listen, I didn't have lunch yesterday. I went to bed hungry, and my dad used to say that if you are hungry and you go to sleep, then you're not hungry anymore. But that's not true. I woke up even hungrier in the morning, and now I'm even hungrier now that it's the afternoon. So just give me the freaking Dino Nuggie, kid. Come on.
Chat, is someone in there with you guys? Or are you fucking playing online video games again? What am I hearing?
Oh shit, Ugh. Don't tell him I'm here, okay? I'm gonna hide in the corner, and you better not eat that thing, okay? You better not eat that.
Are you guys playing on my fucking Xbox account?
Shoot, where do I hide?
I said to stop doing that. You're gonna fuck up my achievements.
Why is everything broken?
A fucking manual.
Everything in this house is broken. Do you have parents?
Hello? Whoa.
Hi.
Oh, are you the improv coach? You know, voice acting? You're the voice acting coach, right?
Yeah.
You're supposed to come here like in 30 minutes ago, but I guess you're late. I didn't check my email. I don't know if you were going to tell me that you were late, but what's going on?
Why, yes, no, that's ridiculous. Why, yes, I am your voice acting teacher. Thank you. Thank you for leaving the door unlocked for me. I was able to get myself settled and pour some hot water. Always good for the vocal folds.
I can hear it. I can hear it in you. Yeah, you sound like a voice actor. That's crazy.
Any of these windows unlocked?
Well, yeah. There's no locks in any of them. We just kind of assumed nobody would break in. I mean, not to say it myself, but we don't have the best coverage here in terms of renovations.
Yeah, I noticed. In fact, and you have children.
Old, which is
I've
really
seen.
Cool. Yeah. Everything.
Is this yours?
Yeah, everything here. Yeah. Even the kids. Those are mine.
In here.
You can see the resemblance too. We look just alike.
Are those candlesticks silver?
Yeah. Why do you ask? Pure, actually.
No reason. Tell you what. Why don't I go ahead and take my coat off over by the candlesticks, and we can get started on your voice lesson.
Yeah, I've been really excited about this. You know.
Oh my gosh, it's so early.
I got a weird ping on my phone saying that you were gonna be like missing today, but I'm glad you decided to show up anyways.
Well, you know, as they say, art never waits for anybody. And on that note, Art certainly has waited for you for a long time. What is this form? What is this posture? Straighten your back. What are you doing? Are you even breathing from your diaphragm?
Is this part of the... Okay, I'm straight. I'm straight. Oh, God. Wait, this isn't the month to say that. I'm straight now.
In Pride?
It's
Pride Month, my good... None of us are allowed to be straight.
Women, they're so cool. Wow, I hate men. Is that good? Was that straight enough?
Yeah, you do. Women are super cool, aren't they?
Is that good for voice acting?
Yes. Okay. Now that's it's a start.
Okay.
You're gonna need some work. We're gonna need at least a 4 to 6 week session.
4 to 6 weeks.
4 to 6 weeks. Yeah. So 4 to 6 weeks.
That's not that bad.
Do you have more? Do you have more silver like that? That is really beautiful. Let me just get a closer look there. You know, it looks superb in my backpack.
Yeah, there's a lot of silver. I don't know where you're gonna do with a candle in a backpack. It's not really. Kind of defies the purpose of a candle holder.
You know, it really it makes the light really just glistens when it's in my possession. Are you practicing your scales? Let's hear your scales.
Scale like weight checking. I mean, I've been exercising a lot more. I feel like I've got, you know, I mean, I got some muscles. I don't know how that helps with voice acting.
What do you do in a voice acting session? Scales are with your voice, saying different notes. Saying different notes with your voice. No.
What are notes?
Singing different notes with your voice.
What notes?
Do that.
Notes?
Notes. What note? It looks like an
Should I be
upside down
writing this down?
spoon. And then, oh, like music, like music. Ha. Repeat after me. You know, they say that acting and vocal strength must come from deep within. So I think that what you should do, the best thing to do here is to close your eyes so you can feel it from the very depths of your soul.
Oh wait,
and then try hitting the note.
No problem. Hold on, I can go lower. Give me a second. This is perfect. Ham. How is that? Is that better? It's wrong. You're not my voice acting coach, are you?
Try again. No. One more time with your eyes closed, and this is totally normal. This is entirely normal. One more note, as long as you can hold it with eyes closed and smiling.
Eyes closed and smiling?
Yes, more smiling.
How do
as
I
much
smile
smiling.
while doing a note?
How do you do anything while doing a note?
My mouth would be open. How would I smile?
Look, I'm so happy. You must smile. Cheeks, mouth even more open and more smiling. And sing. Nice. Okay, now give me that dino nugget. Give me the dino nugget. Give it to me. Give it to me. I'm starving. Give me that dino nugget, kid.
Why does this feel like a
Why
weird,
do you
like,
have? Why is your grip strength so strong?
What are you doing?
What the hell, kid? I'm ascertaining the very depths of your creative spirit, and it is lagging. I gotta go. No, stay away from me. Stop it.
You're not my voice acting
Wait, what
coach,
was that?
are you?
What was in your hand? Was that like a flower?
Would you fucking focus so I can do the bit over so I can start the goddamn thing?
Oh, you're right. I mean, stay away from me! No!
Oh my god. You're not my voice acting coach, are you?
Oh, that was okay. Sorry, hang on.
That was the fucking bit end.
Let me just check. Can you
hurry up so I can fucking start?
Okay. And then Joel says you aren't the voice acting teacher, and I'm supposed to say,
say no.
I've gotta go.
No.
Bye.
I can't fucking transition into the start of the stream if you leave. You're just supposed to say no, and then I can fucking go into a transition where I introduce you.
Wait, are we on page 7 or 8?
Oh my god, how the fuck do you have a job?
I ask myself that every day, but also they don't invite me to very many conventions. I'm sorry, I've got the right line. No!
Stop leaving! That doesn't equal a transition that gets you into the start. Holy shit! Why is your first fucking reaction to leave? Stop running from your fucking problems. Sit. Stay.
That explains so much about the state of my career, honestly.
Oh my god. Anyways, holy shit, not the nicest transition out of the fucking intro, but welcome, Mel, to Porcelain Parlor. This is also the first time that you're on my stream, I'm pretty sure.
Is it ever. Really?
I'm pretty sure this is the first time you've been on my stream.
Have you never been live when we've collabed?
I've never been live whenever you've brought me onto something. This is the first time you've ever been on my stream.
Oh man, well shucks. Thanks so much for having me. Also, I don't know if you can tell, I suck at improv.
You were doing great. You were doing great. You just didn't allow me to fucking end it. You like kept. And in fact, I actually think you were so good at improv that you kept bringing me fucking back in when I was trying to go. So I don't know.
Practice. Number one rule of improv is obviously no but, right?
Yeah, the number one rule of improv is to never let it stop. Just keep the fucking bit going. Jesus Christ. Mel,
it was dangerous letting me control everything here because now I can.
My head. We already did that bit. All right. Can you introduce yourself to anyone who may not know who you are, since this is, like I said, the first time that you've actually been on my channel?
Yeah, hang on.
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I boring you?
No, I'm good. Yeah, I'll do my thing. What's up, everybody? Nope. Okay, take 2. Sorry, we're gonna come in for a pickup. Okay, just leave it running. I'll do it wild. Here we go. What's up, everybody? My name is Melizande. You can call me Mel. I'm a vampire misfit VTuber, former interdimensional bounty hunter, professional voice actor, and all-around menace. I'm going to do the extended cut. You might know me as a voice actor from games like Apex Legends and Legend of Heroes and Octopath Traveler 2. I am call myself an aggressively.
Traveler 2?
I was. Did you play it?
No, I played the first one.
I
You an Octopath
am.
Traveler? Is Octopath also an Octopath? Are you both in fucking Octopath? Is that two people that I know in Octopath? Am I shitting myself?
I play one of the villains.
What?
Yeah.
Are there two different
It's
people
cool. It's
that
very,
I know in Octopath Traveler?
Honestly, I didn't even know that I was going to be in that when we recorded it because my character's name is just Mother. And when you work in voice acting, especially like Western video games, a lot of things are super code named. And like oftentimes once you're in the room, you know what you're doing, but not always. So like there was a code name for the title and I'm playing Mother and I'm like, okay, this is just code name to hell. And so I didn't know until they announced the game that it was Octopath.
Do you know the other people that were voicing in the game, or is it just you in a room by yourself? This is something to talk about later, by the way. This is not. Yes. You still need to do your intro. Actually,
right. I call myself an aggressively variety streamer. I'm not always playing the same game, but I'm always playing a game, and it's always me. So if you enjoy the vibe, I really like doing this, and I want to keep doing this. So come by and say hi sometime.
Voice acting vampire. I don't know if you put those two together, it makes it seem like you're fucking stealing people's voices.
I love that. I would do that.
I mean, it could be good. I don't know. How would you describe yourself?
I usually say vampire misfit VTuber is my usual title.
Yes, I've rated you before for that.
I don't use this in branding very often because we tried it with a logo and it kind of looked like ass, but I still use it. If you do vampire misfit VTuber, you have VMV. So the M in the middle is kind of like Mel, but VMV also looks like some big ass chompers. And so I thought it was really cool branding.
I hear the word VMV and it makes me feel like I'm looking at a Craigslist ad. So I don't know. I understand it's kind of like OO. Like the idea is like OO where it makes a face. But it does also kind of sound like a Craigslist ad when you say that. Vampire looking for vampire.
Down to mingle.
Down to mingle.
Leave your wallet on the table. Make sure you drink the juice down to the bottom of the cup.
What? Anyways.
What?
Would you describe yourself more as a VTuber now or a voice actor still? Do you have a preference on which one? Like if somebody were to introduce you to somebody else, which one would you prefer? Like if I were like, guys, this is Mel. Mel is a voice actor. Or would you prefer Mel as a VTuber?
Yeah, I think it completely is context dependent. I deal with a lot of, not to get so serious so fast, but I deal with a whole lot of imposter syndrome in like everything I do forever. It's great.
Well, you're an actor, right?
Yeah. and you know, like a smart person, you know, some actors will find like a day job, like they're waiting tables or they're bartending, you know, to make ends meet. I realize what I'm about. Listen, let me get in here close. Come here. I realize what I'm about to say is like a really.
This is like you tapping the fucking goldfish bowl, dude. You can't keep going to the fucking immediate front of the screen. Jesus Christ.
Sorry, it's what I do on my own stream.
That's like going up. That's like going up to them and being like, hey, are you guys listening? Hey, are you guys here?
I do that all the time on my streams. It's just the bit I'm used.
Taps the fucking micro. Hold on. Hey, are you paying attention?
I need that.
Are you paying attention right now? Like that.
I'm very accustomed to people in chat being like, "Why are you so close?"
You're just like fucking smacking them in the face, trying to. Okay, go ahead.
I'd be like, "Hey guys, you want to talk about what we're doing tomorrow? Let's talk about it."
Oh my God, personal space doesn't exist. It's fine. Neither does the fucking positioning here. Sorry, I keep flashbanging you with words.
I'm sorry. I keep trying to like scale myself appropriately to you, and I feel like we keep trying to be shorter than each other.
No. Hold on. These guys keep trying to pin themselves.
Are you trying to be shorter than me? I can let you be shorter than me.
No, I just have fat shoulders. I feel like
we've kept ducking each other.
No, my problem is that I'm a man and I have fat shoulders, so it's impossible to get my fucking body on the screen proportionally. I should have been a woman today, man. I should have been a woman.
It's never too late. I don't have anything I can change into unless Happy Pride, everybody. I don't have anything I can change into, sadly, unless I want to use the model that's like Neurosama. And I think Susu Awu gave me her model once to test, but I probably shouldn't do that without asking permission.
This is why I'm glad that I don't have any of my friends' models, because I actually would use them for bits. I would 100% swap randomly for a bit.
I know you asked me a question, but
yes.
one of it creates a disconnect. One of the freakiest things I've ever seen was watching like a Riku stream, and she just like randomly becomes tricky and then randomly becomes, because she was like referencing some stuff, and it's disorienting.
I use all
seeing
the
someone
models
else's voice come out of someone's model.
No, I use all the VTube Studio random models sometimes as a joke. April Fools is great, dude. I love having somebody voice my model for me. You ever see a woman actually come out of, like a woman's voice come out of my model? It's freaky. It feels wrong.
Well, I've seen your little shtick for this model, and it is jarring.
Well, that voice actually fits. That voice fits the fucking original model really well, actually.
Okay, I'll answer your question. You know, I realize what I'm about to say is like a super privileged thing to say, and like it flies in the face of me feeling sorry for myself. But you know, like a smart person, I decided that instead of like, you know, waiting or bartending, that my side gig should be other creative work in the arts. You know, careers with longevity that can support. So, you know, when I'm not voice acting, I would be writing, and I would write, adapt anime dubs for a couple of different studios. And yeah, now I'm also doing this, which is just another form of entertainment, slightly more akin to dinner theater. If you're on my stream anyway, I'm always eating on my.
I was gonna say, are you comparing me to a fucking like sideshow that you get while eating dinner? Which
that's certainly what it feels like on my stream sometimes. I feel like I'm never not eating on stream.
Oh, I kind of get that. I don't, dude. Here's the thing about me. For the first like 4 years of my career, I never ate or went to the bathroom on my stream. Like, I don't know what happened. I guess I just never drank anything. But for 4 years, doing like 4 to 5 hour streams. Nowadays, I do 7 to 9 hours. But like when I was doing 4 hour streams, I never had to use the little dolls room on stream. Like, I literally never had to. I don't know how.
So it wasn't even a matter of like, you know, I don't want to interrupt the show. I'm worried that people will leave. Like, it was just, I don't need to go.
It just never happened. I never had to use the bathroom. And I never ate on stream. That was a big rule for me, is I didn't ever want to eat on stream because I didn't want to be like noisy. I wanted to continuously like make a full entertainment thing. Like, I didn't want to make it too casual. I wanted it to be fully like, I'm entertaining you. I am not here to be comfortable myself. I'm here to entertain specifically. And now
was your
both
water
of those
intake
things.
good, or were you like really not drinking water?
Fuck no, dude. This was before gamer subs. I didn't drink shit.
Honestly, and not to like corpo on you guys like immediately, but like legit, I tell people like one of the biggest benefits is tasty water equals you're drinking more water, and that's been huge for me too.
Oh yeah, that too. But gamer subs sent me so much shit that I would just drink it all the time anyways. Like, I didn't have to pay for it, so that's my privilege. I don't pay for gamer subs. They just send me stuff, and that's why I was able to drink so much of it, because I didn't need to spend money on it.
Current and future content creators, this is really the meta, is partner with people that give you things you need to sustain yourself, like food and drinks. Like, because that'll just cut down on your monthly expenses.
Here's the problem with food ones. All of the food sponsorships you can get are all like uber expensive. Like, a lot of them are great.
True.
A lot of them are great, but they're so fucking expensive. And everyone's a broke bitch nowadays. So it's impossible to fucking afford justifying like $15 fucking instant food. Look, I'm gonna say it. I love Vite Ramen. I think it's delicious. I think it tastes so fucking good. I had them. I was like, wow, Tim, you are fantastic, dude. You have made great noodles. This is delicious, and I love everyone's flavor combinations. I don't think I understand why it's priced that way. It's a completely fair price. It is still very expensive for one meal.
It's hard. Yeah, you got to be creative if you want to get that price per bowl down. But but all that is to say, I think it really depends on the context, because I'm often self-conscious about. Listen.
Oh yeah, the question.
One of my biggest pet peeves going back to like high school is if you're like in the middle of talking to somebody and they suddenly like, let's say like a friend comes over and they're like, yo, what's up? And then they start talking and then no one ever comes back to you for the thing you were in the middle of saying. So I'm not perfect, but I try really hard when moments like that happen. I try really hard to be able to be like, wait, so you were saying that thing about your car? Like, I want people to know they're heard because that's something that like I often desperately crave in moments like that.
Thank you for remembering the question that I asked you, because I almost forgot from the tangents. It's going to be a lot of tangents today. I'm going to be honest with you.
Oh, I love it. I love it. No, but you know, so I this comes from self-consciousness because like when I started streaming, I came in from pretty lucky position of I had just announced Apex Legends and everyone saw me as like VA for Catalyst. And something I started to notice, and it makes sense because it's going to be a good draw for people's streams, but I was going on a lot of people's streams and it would be like, playing, Apex with PorcelainMaid and Monarch and VA for Catalyst. And I'm like, I've got a name. And I totally get why they do that. But especially as I've started to like, as I created a brand for myself now, and I'm now Melizande, I do tend to be pretty fierce about like, when I'm acting, I'm a voice actor who happens to stream. And when I'm streaming, I'm a streamer who happens to voice act. And so it really depends on the context, like how you introduce me to people, which one, don't check with me first, but like what I prefer, like if you're introducing me to, I mean, I already know, but D. Bradley Baker, like, I don't want you to be like, this is my friend, the VTuber. I want you to be like, this is my friend, the fellow actor.
This is Melizande. They're a vampire. And then they say your name wrong again. So actually, the next thing that I want you to do is explain how to pronounce your name to everyone in the chat.
God,
because
so
I
easy,
only
guys.
described you as Mel.
I know. And that also means you didn't watch the short.
I did not. I did not see whatever short you're talking about.
Damn it, Joel!
I do not watch VTuber content. I'll be honest with you. If a VTuber thing comes up on my channel, or if I'm like scrolling YouTube and a VTuber comes up, unless it's my friend, I will just scroll past it. If it's a friend, I will like it and then I will scroll past.
Fair.
I don't look.
Okay.
It's a lot, man. I don't want to think about work sometimes, and I never watched VTubers from the get-go. I just became one because I wanted one.
Oh, no early inspirations.
Brother, I was here before everyone.
I know you've been doing this for like 23 years.
Nobody existed besides keys in the fucking eye. None of these motherfuckers are there.
I wish I had found you earlier, honestly.
I don't know about that, dude. You do not want me as an inspiration.
It's like two of my first exposures to it was, and I will answer your question, but two of my first exposures to it were probably like my very first was Gargara. And I remember thinking like,
rest in peace.
This is such a cool medium. Rest in peace. This is such a cool medium. Like, this is such a neat way to do entertainment. But, like I don't know, I was very like narrow-minded about it. So I was like, oh, but she sounds like a teeny bopper or whatever. So I'm like, there's no place for me to do this. Like, it's a cool concept. I wish I could do this.
50-year-old, a teeny bopper?
I'm ancient, all right? I've accepted it. I am still young for 875 or whatever.
Teeny bopper.
I'm young at heart, okay? But I'm like, so I obviously can't do this, but like, it's so cool. I wish I could do this. And it wasn't until I then ran into Luna DM that I was like, oh, wait, there might be a place for me in this thing. And then, if I hadn't been a coward for like 6 years or 5 years or whatever, I might have tried it earlier, but I'm glad I finally did.
That was one of the other questions I was going to ask you. Was how you found them, but now that you've gone over that, there goes my question.
Yeah,
it's fine.
And I think
I
raged against it for a while because deep down in my heart, I knew that it was something I really was in love with, but I was kind of like a scared little coward about it because I was like, no one will care, no one will watch me. I'm feeling sorry for myself. And so then, all my fellow voice actor friends and voice actor fans would be posting VTuber stuff, and I was like in the background being like, why are all these cartoon people on my timeline? Blah. Like, I come to Twitter for VA news, and secretly deep down, I was like, man.
I wonder how many. This is why you need to answer the question first, because I'm about to go on another tangent. So you need to answer the question fucking first before I go on a tangent.
Very, very easy. I wish that it was as fancy as people like to make it. It is, in fact, just Mel is and. Or if you prefer, Melizande. Melizande.
I
Not
said that too.
Melizande, not Melizande, not Melizande, not Zendaya, not Zendrea, just Melizande.
I had that one
It's
there
based
too.
on typically a French and German name that's basically identical. Just swap the Z for an S, and Melisande is an actual name. And fun fact for those that feel like stealing my identity, it is in fact my name. It is a really great like mononym for content creation, but it is in fact actually my name.
Oh yeah, because voice actors will just put their whole last name out there most of the time.
Yeah, I originally, because so much of this comes from like Japanese idol culture, and you've got a lot of like the Japanese corpos. I was so used to seeing like two names, and typically like either like two Japanese names or like a Japanese name with like then like a flowery word for like a last name or something. And so for a while I was like, oh, I've got to have two names, and finally I ended up taking a lot of notes from folks like like Ama and like Zentrea, and just being like, you know what, I think there's space for mononym VTubers. And then, I was worried people would suck at saying Melizande, which they do. But I figured if they can learn to say names like, if they can learn how to say like, Laplace Darkness or like, Hey Bells, like they can learn Melizande. They'll get there eventually.
You just have to keep saying your full name and not allow anyone to call you Mel from now on.
Literally
the more
every
they hear
raid
it,
ever.
the more they
every
hear
raid
it.
ever. I take notes from you, my friend, and I don't know how often you do it, but I've stolen this from you. Like I take almost like raid intros, but also like, because I've seen you do this once in a while, and I swear I stole this from you. That once in a while I almost do like a radio imaging where I'll be like, hey, by the way, if anyone came in while I was blah blah blah, like my name is Melizande, you can call me Mel. I kind of just do like a radio imaging once in a while when I'm streaming.
Radio imaging? Is it like how I do my lore in my raid intro so people don't get confused in what I am? Like, hi, my name is PorcelainMaid. I'm a bisexual wet dream. I used to be a sexy sack of man before I died, and my soul got trapped inside the body of an even sexier female doll, yada, 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 yada. I will say there needs to be a limit on how much you do, because I think sometimes my outro and intros are a little too long, but yes.
Well, and you're awesome because you do it for everybody, which means like, if you just had a raid and then someone else comes in with like two people, you do it again.
I'm glad that I was in a collab last night because I had 8 raids in a row and I was not about to do my raid intro 8 times in a row at the fucking finale of a video game.
And you have so much energy. You've got like, I mean, you tell me if I'm wrong, but you seem like you've got like vocal cords of steel, dude.
I haven't lost my voice in a long time, but if I were to try to like go any higher than this, or if I had to audition for something, I wouldn't be able to. Like, my voice is good for streaming, but if I had to like record something for an audition tonight, I would not be able to. Like, my voice would not be able to get anywhere I needed to.
That's interesting that you say that, because I don't know if you can tell, but I have like a pretty husky voice for a lady.
Mm-hmm.
And I get super self-conscious about that sometimes. And, I'm like a neurotic person in general. And I think this has honestly been one of the things that sabotages me at times, is that I get this idea in my head of what a character has to sound like. And if, knowing the anime tropes and who they typically cast, I feel like I've got to be like an octave up. I will squeeze my voice and I will try to do a higher voice when I probably effing shouldn't.
Nah, dude,
and
I
hit vocal fatigue so fast.
Every audition is like just my voice. I will not change it because I do not have confidence that I'm able to do acting in a fucking fake voice. Unless I can do my stupid fucking New Yorker voice, which is not even a different voice. It's just me doing an accent.
My big New Yorker voice is like, I'm like a New York dude, so like you and me together. I just go into like New York bodega, dude.
I'll have you know that I actually think husky voice women is the new attractivity. I'll say that much. I think that more people should have a deeper voice because I think it's nicer.
Listen, at the end of the day, the thing that matters is your fucking acting, all right? It doesn't matter if you can put on a tiny, teeny little Mickey Mouse voice. It's voice acting, capital acting, all right, buddy?
That's what I imagine my chat is like. Whenever I imagine them speaking, I imagine like a tiny little fucking teeny bopper voice. Speaking of which,
hello.
As you said earlier, with voice actors posting about VTubers, I didn't actually know.
Dr. Girlfriend is crazy, by the way. I'm sorry.
I didn't know that there was. I'm kind of curious on how many voice actors are VTubers now, because I know, obviously, I know you, I know Octopimp, I know Amelie, I know Sayu, Liz. There's a couple of different people that I know that are voice acting VTubers. But I didn't know that there was more, because it seemed like the way you said it was like every voice actor you know was starting to fucking post stuff about voice acting or VTubing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, okay, so when I came in, because like, okay, my, imagine me sitting there like during COVID when everyone's giving it a shot, except Joel, because Joel's been here. And I'm sitting here like, man, I really want to do this. And then I watch. Oh, and by the way, can I give you like a tiny bit of backstory, and I will lead into your question?
Sure. As long as
some
it
of you
leads
have heard
in.
me say this before. Some of you have heard me say this before, but like, so I'm finally starting to get interested in it, and my backstory was I accidentally had a bunch of people like inadvertently gatekeep me when I was first talking about it, because way back when I used to try streaming like every third Thursday for an hour or two, and I had the camera on because I thought you had to, and it gave me a lot of anxiety, so like I didn't like doing it, and so then once in a while I would say like, VTubing seems really cool, and people who, I want to be clear, are not content creators in VTuber space, and so they don't have like a firsthand experience with it, but well-meaning nonetheless would be like, well, do you understand it? Like, it's a really insular community. Like, are you going to have a theme? There are certain expectations. It's, if you don't meet certain blah, 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 like they're not going to accept you.
Funny thing to say.
And I'd be like, okay, well, F me, I guess. I guess I won't effing bother. If it's that fucking closed. Sorry, we can curse, right?
Yeah. I already said
Thank
fuck
God.
today, dude.
Okay, good.
Think.
But then, I watched my friend Amma debut. I watched Sai debut. Alpha Anarchy is a voice actor. Mimkibus is a voice actor, and of course we've got Octopimp, and we've got folks that kind of got their start in content creation space, but are now kind of making waves in voice acting space, like Vex. Oh, we've got Cottontail, who's kind of like started on the line and has straddled the line the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that there are others that maybe have done a better job of keeping both those worlds separate, so you can't quite tell. But I know that there are others. They just don't. I followed the Alma method of, I was like, listen, I'm not a big, she is, but I'm like, I'm not a big content creator at the time. So I'm like, why would I shoot myself in the foot and start over from zero? Like, I'm just going to do everything under one umbrella, and people can deal with it. And if some casting director somewhere gets confused because they go to my Twitter and there's an anime girl, I'll just deal with it. But I also think that there's a lot of natural crossover. I mean, as a voice actor, there's a reason as a voice actor, like so many voice actors want to VTube, so many VTubers want to voice act.
It gives them a better brand in the first place. If you're just a voice actor by yourself and you only have your name, then you have to really rely on that. If you're a VTuber and a voice actor, you have a much better crossover, because most of the people that are watching your efforts in voice acting are also going to be watching VTubers, because it's just what they already know about, and most of them already like anime. And we're going to do the
same thing, just live.
Yeah. They get to see the
great.
fun voice they like with the different character. Yeah, it's nice.
Although it's fascinating because once you start to, and I'm sure that folks like Amma and Sai and Alpha and Mim have experienced this, once you've created like a concrete brand that stands on its own separate from you as a voice actor, you start to get both. And you never know when someone hits your chat. Are they here for you as a VTuber? Are they here for you as a voice actor? Were they just scrolling the directory and they saw a pretty face? So you don't know if they're going to come in and be like, hey, it's Demaria Yesta from Fairy Tale, versus like, hey, anime boobs, I like this. What's your name?
I get both of those, except the one where they confuse me for Markiplier instead.
Oh no.
It's a similar fit. It's just they get the wrong person.
Is that also, I'm trying to remember because I don't know him, but I'm trying to remember, was he also somebody who started aiming directly at acting and kind of just found success in content creation instead?
No. I don't know. I don't watch Markiplier.
I know that there are some big content creators like that, where people are like, oh, you just make YouTube videos. And they're like, bruh, I've been acting or trying to.
I don't know. I think a lot of them go into directing. Not 100% sure. I am one of those people that I actually landed in content creation and then started to transition into wanting to do other things like voice acting.
How did that happen? Wait, and also, because we talked about this recently, what appeals to you about voice acting?
It's fun to do, dude. I play a lot of single player story games in the first place that don't have voices, and it's like you start to do them all the time for your chat. You start to really enjoy the process of just acting. I mean, every stream I start my stream with an improv intro where I do some kind of improv to get people into whatever I'm doing for the day. So like for Zelda, I did an improv intro. For I'm trying to think of a good example. I mean, I already told you the one that we did this to the start of this stream. That started from Porcelain Parlor, but then I did it for other streams. Now I do it at the start of every stream. Every single stream, I do an improv intro. Every single one. I have a fucking compilation on my clips channel too. But it started.
I love that. I'm so scared of improv. I need to actually take proper lessons.
Like I like doing stuff like that. I do an improv game show now. I just enjoy voice acting. Like, it's fun to be able to get into a character. I'm already somebody that really likes art and writing, so I thought, hey, if I got into voice acting, I'd probably enjoy it just as much. And then I started losing the cringe feeling of like really getting into character,
hearing yourself,
and not I'm still working on it in front of other people, but slowly getting rid of that cringe feeling was awesome, because now I'm like, I can just fully immerse myself into video games if I want to do a voice acting for a character. Like, now that I don't cringe, next time I play a story game, I can just go full in on fucking roleplay for any single character.
Oh, that's so cool. I love that. Oh my gosh. And that's what makes me love games like, oh my God, I had so much fun in Baldur's Gate 3. The fact that, like, for the most part, the pro tag doesn't say anything, but the rest of the game is voice. I'm like, oh, cool. So I just get to act opposite this incredible cast for the next, like, year of my life.
I didn't think about that, but yeah, you totally can. And it really is a fucking year of your life to play that game. Jesus Christ.
Yes, it is. Fun fact, actually, and I've gotten a little self-conscious about it, so I haven't done it in a while, now that I have a slightly larger audience. But for, gosh, the better part of like 2 years, every single Friday, I would go through a different Ace Attorney episode, or I'd do part of one. It would take me like 2 or 3 weeks to get through it. But I was doing an Ace Attorney series where I voiced every single character. And it originally started, it's exhausting, and it will like F me for the weekend.
Because there's also like 17 characters that you need to fucking make distinct voices for now.
Tiny little girls and giant, enormous men, and I'm trying to make them sound distinct and like do them as much justice as my voice can.
I can't.
And it started a couple of years ago when I didn't have an audience before I was before Apex, because I was just like, okay, secrets. But deep down, I was like, maybe someone will see this and take me more seriously as an actor, because I don't feel like I'm getting a lot of opportunities. And it was fun enough that when I actually had an audience, I was like, you know what? Let's start over. Let's do this again. And I hate saying this, but like once I actually debuted and there were enough people there, suddenly I got self-conscious about it. And mostly just about like, I don't want people's first impression of me every Friday to be like trying to do deep dude voices. And that's a me problem, because it was generally an awesome stream and I've had people ask about it a lot. I'm just weird about it now.
It's impressive though, in general, just having the ability to do both. I have said this already, I think, but when doing auditions, I don't do voices. I just kind of do myself, maybe at a slightly lower or higher octave or pitch or whatever. But it's what was that? Was that a self-sus joke? Is that a me fucking myself joke? Okay. I mostly just focus on the acting part than anything else, because I don't think I can do funny voices or anything, which is what you're supposed to do technically. But like, it still is nice to be able to switch my voice up a little bit. So whenever I play a video game and I'm playing it by myself, and we saw this because I recently did a Zelda Wind Waker marathon where there is no voice acting, every single guy started to sound exactly the fucking same. Because I do not have the ability to swap these motherfuckers around. So all of them are literally just me and maybe doing a New York accent on it.
I mean, you're not meant to play every character, so there's nothing wrong with that. I think you're doing it right. I mean, the first thing that matters the most is whether or not you can act. And you and I both know that a bunch of our friends mostly sound like themselves, in most of the stuff they book. And then they'll do something super out of pocket. But you're going to have this core that books most of your work that sounds pretty much like you.
Honestly, I can never tell when my friends are in video games. Like, I don't know if I'm voice blind, but I'll hear someone, and unless I really pay attention, I just won't know it's them. And it happens in real life, too, where I meet people at conventions occasionally, and they'll say something to me, and I'm like, I don't know who the fuck this is. Even though I've seen their face before, I'll forget what their face looks like and be like, I don't know who's talking to me right now, but they just hugged me, so I'm assuming that I know them.
Okay, should I tell the story? I'm going to tell you a story.
You're not going to say that you met me, did you? You're not going to you're not going to come out of nowhere and be like, oh, Joel, I actually met you and you didn't recognize me, because I will, I will fucking shatter myself live in front of you to change the course of your future forever if you do that to me. I will make sure that everyone remembers this night as the night that PorcelainMaid fucking explodes.
Can I make you blush? You're like at the very tip top of my list of people that I hope to meet at some point.
Aw, aren't you sweet? Okay, good. I didn't meet you
I don't
yet.
know if you're a hugger or not, but if I see you, I'm gonna ask anyway.
People can hug me. I will occasionally hug back, or if they hug me when I'm not expecting it, I will awkwardly sit with my hands at my sides and be like, "Oh, I'm getting hugged now." Hell yeah!
I can say, like, my manager can attest. My if you know MV,
Supreme, right?
Yeah, a bunch of our friends can attest. I've been on voice channels being like, I want to meet Joel. No, but okay. So I was, I'm just going to like name drop shamelessly now, like some arrogant prick. But so I was at a birthday party with a whole bunch of voice actors. And so Sayu was there. And I am full of other people. And, you know, there's a ton of people there. So you're bouncing between different people, having different conversations. And I remember at one point, I got super socially burnt out because I have a very small social battery. So I went and I sat down on one of the benches, or one of the couches in the middle. And I was like a few seats away from Sai. And he's talking to somebody. And this person has like a very big voice and is loud. Or no, is he? There were moments, like I heard a laugh. And they were talking to each other. And I just started to clock that like, this person next to me on the bench is only talking to Sayu and not really anybody else. And so I'm like doing all these like mental gymnastics and I'm like, well, they're not talking to the other voice actors. They're only talking to Sai, and Sai is, you know, lives in both worlds. So that means this person's probably in content creation. And I just formed this whole narrative about how like I was about to meet you because I was sitting next to you on this bench. The voice wasn't honestly super close, but like in the narrow void of my imagination and knowing people that he collabs with, I was like, this has to be Joel.
Which is so funny because I've never met Sayu in real life, dude. He's never at a convention that I'm at.
So at some point, Sayu gets up to go do something, and then, you know, this person just kind of looks down at their phone and just goes back, like, it's just like, you know, being by themselves. And so I say, hey, and I introduce myself.
PorcelainMaid to them, did you?
No, I would never do that. But I did introduce myself. And you know who it was? It was Octo.
It was fucking, dude, it would be an honor to look like Octo. What a fucking handsome boy. I love Octo. That's so funny.
He was big beard. And I don't know what you look like. So I was like, it's gotta be Joel.
People have told me that they, in their heads, they imagine me as like a thin twink, like a thin, like lanky boy, white man. And Octo is kind of a lanky white boy. So I get it. I understand it. But no, that's so funny.
And it's funny that it turns out that he did know plenty of people there. He's just like me. He has a small, I think I did. He just has a small social battery as well. So like what I read as, oh, he only knows the content creator was just him being like me, you know?
That's so fucking funny, dude.
The rest of the party, every time I walked by, I'd be like, hey, are you doing okay? How's it going? I'm like one introvert to another. How are you?
I fucking love that, dude. That's so good. That's so fucking funny. Oh my God. I like that a lot of the voice actors I know each other. I'd be sad if all of you didn't know each other and it'd be like disconnected, but it's cool. I think that's nice. It's nice to know.
I think people don't realize how small the community actually is, because people will come into, you know, like we're all our own separate islands as far as a lot of the fans are concerned. So I get people coming into chat all the time who are like, you know, hey, have you ever had the opportunity to meet, you know, whatever, Sayu? And I'm like, yeah, at the cafe, like every couple of weeks.
The council of voice actors.
We all have similar places we go to hang out. And so like, whether or not you're trying to, you run into other people all the time.
That's fucking funny. Well, sometimes I write down collabs and I don't know who people know. And it's the same thing with VTubing where you don't know who knows anyone, because not everyone collabs with the people they know. Sometimes you just like are friends with people and you know who they are, but you haven't collabed with them on their stream. I mean, this is your first time on my stream, so some people might not know that I knew you or you know me. specifically because of that. And that's something that is that's a weird one to like try to ask people, because sometimes you have to awkwardly ask, like, hey, do you know this person? Would you be down to be in a collab with them? And I did not know that the voice actors knew each other either. Like, I fuck if I know, dude.
Yeah, well, and it can be weird. And I'm not trying to, I'm not singling out anyone in particular, but like, it's an art in general is hard and can be so hit or miss. So it is strange that like we're all just kind of this tiny little family of weirdos that hang out and like get coffee together. But then you'll look around the table and it'll be like, you make my year in a weekend. I've been sitting on my ass for 6 months.
I haven't met that many of them either in real life. I've only met a couple of people, because every time, for some reason, every voice actor friend that I know, every time I'm at a convention, they're at a different convention, like a mile away. Which is the funniest thing is that I've met Monarch once. That was nice. I'm gonna keep dead naming her because I'm not calling her Amelie. And then I've met Scylla, which is Sayu's fiance, also voice actor and great VTuber, but not fucking fuck Alejandro, man. Fuck that guy. He's never at the same place that I'm at.
For a long time, I knew better than him, honestly. There was a moment when we were all living down in Dallas where Scylla and I used to I would go over to their place and we'd co-work all the time. And then like at some point, Sai would come home and we'd get like half a hello, and then he would go off to his room and I'm like, oh, it's Sai.
Would you make him sound like a fucking angsty teenager?
I think we're all just socially anxious. I know I am. I'm super socially
going
anxious.
Back to my room now.
People don't realize though that like because this is a show, I'm super on when I'm on stream. If you meet me in person, unless I'm in a group of people that I really trust, I'm going to be such a wallflower. Like if we meet at a con at some point, there'll be a lot of context where I just don't say a damn thing.
I mean, I don't say
and you
shit,
might
dude.
catch me in a moment where we talk more too, but like I'm usually the kind of person that will go in to like a party and there's like too many people here, and I'll just like sit in the corner and watch people and like not talk to anybody. And I'm having a good time, but I'm not the person on stream,
Oh, dude, I don't have a good time when I'm at parties. It's just not fun. Everyone's sitting there talking and I have to like bounce around to talk to people for like a 3-second conversation. None of it means anything. Like, what give me a fucking thing to do, man? I don't want to just eat and fucking drink at a party. There's nothing to do. It's fucking boring, man. Like, I get it. Sometimes the conversation is nice, but like sometimes, I want a thing to do.
Oh, but also more to your point,
yeah.
especially like, so yeah, the fans don't know that we all know it, but also just VTubing in general, there's such an expectation of anonymity sometimes that like, when you meet people, like I remember the first time I hung out with DM, that was serious to me. Like that meant a lot to me that she was willing to.
Like, what do you mean by serious?
No, like that meant a lot to me that she was willing to share like her face with me as someone who I've frequently seen like in a motorcycle helmet. And so like I've been to parties sometimes where I'm like, I'll meet somebody and in the back of my mind, I'm like, this might be someone I already know who just doesn't know me well enough to tell me it's them yet, That's
so fucked up because like I said earlier, I can recognize the VTubers that don't show their face, and then I will get like hugged by VTubers that do show their face, and I'm like, I don't know who this person is. Like I just don't remember who. I remember the one that I always say is Tricky and Yuzu. The first time I went to a convention after like never going outside, 2 people that actively show their fucking face came up to me, hugged me, and was like, it's Joel. And I had no idea who the fuck they were the entire time until like maybe 8 hours later at a fucking Mario Party movie. Or what's the fucking Mario movie? The first one when it came out. We were at a theater that was rented out. And they were like, somebody said their name and I was like, oh, yeah, oh, it's you. And I remember looking at them and being like, Tricky, that was you? You're Tricky. And they're like, yeah, we've been hanging out for the last 7 hours.
Hanging out together.
We've literally been in the same car for the last 6 hours. You didn't know who I was.
Yeah, no, Morning Demon is so right with they don't know I'm a VTuber.
I will not ask. I'm just like there. I'm not gonna ask somebody for their name. I refuse to.
Oh gosh,
it's embarrassing.
I was invited once I was invited once to like I don't know if you were on this one, but I was invited to like a role playing like Minecraft server that some of the Niji folks did. And I was invited by Vox Akama, who is like, I talk to once in a while. And I know what he sounds like, but then we get into the server and I didn't realize that because it was a role playing server, everybody would change their username. And so I didn't see Vox anywhere. And I'm just like, well, bro invited me to this server and he's just missing. But there was someone that sounded a lot like him. And I'm like, wow, you know, this corpo must have a lot of really deep voiced dudes. And it was like days later that I put it together that I had been talking to the guy the whole effing time.
Dude, can I be honest with you? Can I share something that's very, very near and dear to my heart? I don't know what half of the VTubers sound like. Like there's so many corporate VTubers that I've seen the art of, you know, and I retweet them. I'll follow them or like I'll draw art of them. I don't know what any of them sound like. I don't think I know what Gargura sounds like. I don't think I've ever heard her voice. I think I've heard her say and that was it. I don't actually think I know what she sounds like. Nor do I know any of the other ones from that generation. I know, but it just is kind of freaky to think about. I don't know what half of them sound like. I didn't know. You mentioned Vox Akama. I fucking only recently found out that guy was British. I didn't know he was British.
Oh no!
I thought in my head he had like an American accent. I didn't know the dude was British. I don't know what any of them sound like.
And then that leads us to the heartbreaking aspect of like when someone graduates, you kind of end up doing that thing where you're like, do I remember what they sound like? So I think I can hear them in my head.
Funny thing, and I'll say this in the most vague way possible out of respect for the homies that are in corpos. Sometimes I will know a person's past life and then they will talk to me as a corporate person and I have no idea who the fuck they are, nor will I recognize their voice. And it won't happen until somebody will privately DM me and be like, hey, good to see you again. And I'll be like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then they'll be like, are you stupid? And then I will be like, oh, we've been hanging out for 9 months. I didn't know you were that person. What? Because I do not recognize people at all. And there were a lot of people that I did not know that I was already friends with them, and I was talking to them and constantly hanging out with them for months without knowing who they were.
This is the fun part about the fact that, like, you know, we're all just anime characters.
I don't give a shit. I'm not gonna look into the person. I'll just be friends with the new person, and then they're the one. It's on them. They have to tell me who they are if they want me to know, because I'm just gonna treat them like a new person because I don't fucking know. I don't recognize voices.
I think you need a couple of points of interaction to really like lock in what somebody looks like and how it feels to be around them. You know, because like it's you and a lot of our friends it's just you. You're the only you version of you that I know. So I used to walk around, you know, artist alleys and I'd be like, oh, cool. You know, Aaron Dismuke voices that character. Brittany Lotta voices that character. Oh, that one's Alejandra Saab. And now I look around and I'll see art of you and I'm just like, oh, it's my friend. It's just your face.
I just don't recognize things. I think I'm just really bad with voice recognition or face recognition, and I just don't think about it. And when I was saying 9 months, I was not shitting you. I literally hung out with a corporate VTuber for 9 months, constantly collabing with them without knowing, oh wait, I was literally friends with this person beforehand, and I was DMing their past life, still talking to them without realizing that I was hanging out with them at the same time.
There's probably aspects to that too, especially when they have like different branding and there's like a slightly different kayfabe. So you're just like, there's just enough things that are different that like
the exact same voice and everything. They didn't change anything at all. I'm just a fucking idiot. There's no defending me on this. I just did not realize it was them. I'm just fucking stupid.
Oh no.
I wish there weren't rules in place, otherwise I would just fucking say it immediately, but no, I mean, it's just really funny.
All right, that's it. I gotta go.
I just would not know it was the same person at all, dude. I'd be like, hey, you want to do this video game that I love playing? And they'd be like, yeah, sure. And they'd be like, oh, I fucking didn't know it was you.
That's very funny.
Yeah, this is my problem with a lot of corporate VTubers, since I just don't know. I just don't know what a lot of them sound like, and some of them could be friends that I've known for years. I just would not fucking know.
Oh, so I ended up because I know that, so in this particular case, I know that role play is really, really important to Vox, and so I wouldn't want to like break character like in a public place, because I know that's something he cares about. Oh,
sorry, continue.
Possibly.
Sorry, continue.
I've worn so many masks, I forget what my own face is like. So, you know, I'm just like trying to be respectful of the fact that I know how seriously he takes it. So there was a certain point where I like found him and I was like, hey, I need you for something. Can we meet somewhere? He's like, how about here? And I'm like, further away, in this cave, past this waterfall. Okay, is anyone in range? Dude, no, it was you. It's been days. It's been days.
It sounds like you're talking to a fucking spy. Jesus Christ.
I know. I probably was being way too extra about it. I don't know. I always want to be respectful. And if I know that you're like, he's the kind of person, like once he's in character, he's never out of character. So I'm like, I should make sure we're somewhere super private if I'm like gonna like hold my LARP hand up in the air and like signal an out of character interaction.
God, VTubing is so, what a quirky existence, honestly. And I find it really funny that Girl DM was one of your first VTubers that you met. Because Girl DM in my head is relatively new, but no, she's been here for a long time now, too. Because I still remember when she debuted and she was playing fucking Valorant.
Yeah, but time will also make fossils of us all, because like somewhere in the back of my mind, I have convinced myself that I was introduced to Gura in like 2011, and that's not true.
What? That's because it feels 2011 feels like 3-4 years ago for some people. You know, 2019 to 2023 don't exist for a lot of people. I think that those years just don't exist to human beings. Like nobody thinks of those years at all. So I kind of get it, but how did Gargara just pop up on your timeline? You said it was like voice actors retweeting stuff like that about VTubers.
Well, and that's why, like, I swear to God, I fell through a time portal. I mean, I technically came through time and space, but maybe it was back on my other Earth. I swear it was like a coworker back at Apple. I used to work for Apple for like 10 years of my life. But it must have just been like a friend in Discord. Someone just sent it to me and was like, check out this like live anime girl. And like, she's super unhinged. It's really funny. And it was just shared like the way you'd like share a, you know, like a funny, you know, short with somebody. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I was like, wait, this is cool though. I swear it was an old coworker, but it must have just been like, you know, one of my friends from like a Destiny clan or something.
God, Destiny. That's something else that we could bring up later, but that is really cool. And then you finally,
and I didn't know anything about how the tech worked. I didn't know how like any of the process worked. I mean, I'd never even booted up VTube Studio until I was well into production for my debut. But I did accidentally end up streaming for like almost 3 years by the time I did debut. I committed to it so early, and people always say like, you know, don't front load, especially a big debut.
No, I think it's if you've never streamed fine. Before. I think it's if you've never streamed before, don't. But I think it's fine sometimes because I kind of just forced my way in because I was a face cam streamer and artist, right? I did Overwatch and art. And I was like, guys,
Googling furiously.
I learned about this Vroid thing. I made a thing in it. I wanted to show it to you. And then they were like, I hate it. It's ugly. I hate you. Go back to showing your face. And then I said, fuck you. And then I just kept doing it. So it's one of those things where you just kind of get into it. But I wanted to ask you where you came up with, you know, your whole concept for your VTuber in the first place. Because before you had your big debut, congratulations again. That was last year. Look at you now. Look at you now. It's been a little bit. I hope you're feeling comfortable in your skin.
I'm almost at my year. I'm not shiny anymore. Everyone can go home.
When you came up with this, what were your concepts? You know, how did you come up with as a vampire, your lore, your character, anything like that? Even your fucking name being mashed together too.
I mean, it's not even that. Like my full name is actually Melizande.
Why would you use your name as your VTuber? That's stupid.
I like my name.
Why would you fucking... who does that? That's dumb. That's dumb, dude. Fucking whatever, man. Imagine somebody just calling you your normal name as a VTuber. I swear to God,
if I meet you at a convention and you tell me that your name is actually like Ethan, I'm going to flip a table.
That's so dumb. My name is Alejandro.
Fuck me.
Middle name Kagi. Last name Films.
Jesus. Last name Films. I'm gonna ask you about the OWO later, but
But what about the
man.
concept? Name aside, what about your concept? So you came up with the vampire specifically? Vampire misfit.
Hey, also, by the way, that's my mom. Hey, Nano. I'm a nanoless baby, and my mom just said hi in chat.
Don't bring up your MILFs in front of me, dude. It's a dangerous thing for you to try.
I by the way, I use you against her all the time because she Nano gets super shy about collabing, and I'm like, you went on Porcelain Parlor. So I was talking to a friend who was a VTuber, and I won't name them. But I was like, I really want to do this. And their advice to me, and it's the advice that I now give people if they're like, so if you're, I'll make a panel out of this at some point. If you're ever in a situation, you're like, I know I really want to do this. I don't even know where to start. I don't have a vision. I just know I want to do this. What do I do? How do I come up with a character? And the advice that was given to me was to essentially make a folder on your computer and call it like your mood board folder. And we're talking like before you even get to the mood board that's like, you know, the Pepe Sylvia board that you send your artists, like way before that. Just have a folder where every time you see something that inspires you, whether or not it relates to anything else in that folder, just grab it and drop it in the folder. And over the next 6 months or so, I've got like an old VG Cats comic in there. I've got a piece of fan art of Korra from Legend of Korra. I've got Rika Matoi, who came in very handy later. I've got random like a model wearing a sweatshirt I thought was cool on Etsy. And eventually you're going to look back at that folder and realize that there's like a vision there that you can kind of piece together, and you can start taking those different elements and kind of like create a cohesive idea.
You made a mood board. You just made a mood board. You made a reference folder mood board without the board.
but without like a plan, like it was just kind of like, it was just like from zero, there's not even a destination yet,
So this is kind of just a amalgamation of things you like, rather than you like, vampires were always cool ever since I was a child kind of thing.
No, yeah, and I don't even remember when vampire happened, but then as it started to take shape and I started to make more like significant, like directed mood boards where I'm like, this is what my hair should look like, this is what my eyes should look like. A lot of it was just problem solving. And that ties into the lore a lot because I take lore very seriously, which I'd love to talk more about because I know you do too. And I started to like, okay, well, so, if I am a vampire, like, I don't really like that my character is super pale. Like that was the initial drawing. I'm like, let's give her some more skin tone. But then why would she have, like any amount of like melanin whatsoever?
Well,
if
your
she's
name
a vampire,
is Mel.
well,
I kind of
maybe she
assumed
can
the
survive
melanin
in the sun.
A vampire can have melanin.
And same with the story. Like it's all just problem solving. Like, how did she get here? Okay, why can't she leave? Why would she stay and stream? Oh, because I'm gonna tease Alma right now. And I love you, Alma. There are a lot of YouTubers out there, and if you do this is fine. I'm not negatively judging this, but for me personally, a lot of YouTubers will have lore that is like their own isolated story, but it never gets to like why they're streaming. So they'll be like, just to use like Amma as an example, like, I'm like the queen of the multiverse. I see past, present, and future simultaneously. My machinations span multiple timelines. So we're gonna play Minecraft today, you guys. And I'm like, why? Why are we playing Minecraft? And sometimes like the corpos will get to the point where they're like, and I was like a renowned detective and I fell through a portal and now I'm at corpo building. And I'm like, cool. Why aren't you doing detective work for them? Why are you now playing Power Wash Simulator?
That is a good point.
And everything about my lore, I've designed around being like fully, so like, some people are like, well, my brand is Vampire Misfit VTuber. And you'd think that VTuber would be redundant, but it's not. Being a VTuber is part of my lore. That is what I'm doing right now as a character.
Specifically streaming as a VTuber character. Does that mean that you are what you look like and you're not using a face cam according to your lore then? Like you got somebody to make a model of what you look like as a vampire?
Well,
Is that
So
a
I
part
guess
of the
on
lore?
that level, maybe VTubing is like a misnomer because it is essentially that I'm doing a face cam stream as myself.
You could, I mean, hey, there are regular face cam streamers that get VTuber models that are just their face. So
Just them, but
like
rigged.
it kind of works. It kind of makes sense. I mean, I also did the same thing.
Go ahead, yeah.
I mean, I did the same thing where my lore is that I was a fucking failed streamer that one day went to the gas station, grocery store to grab some food, fucking disappear, wake up inside body of beautiful, pristine, slightly cracked, really cool porcelain doll, go, oh, this shit rocks, and then just start streaming, and then suddenly, all of a sudden, the streams start doing a lot better because there's just a little bit more of a mystery to it, a more fancy angle of it. And then the actual lore is like what happened to the doll, why the doll exists in the first place, etc., etc. We put the interesting stuff not on me, so I don't have to do the acting for it. The mystery stuff and the cool stuff is all coming from the past. So my idea was kind of Dark Souls it, where all the interesting things happened already, and I'm just some fucking dude that came, afterwards. Kind of like how the Tarnished is, or the Ashen one, where they are not the big player in the game. They came after everything already happened. Or
Your story is like starting in Meteor Res. You're like, you've had the Star Wars crawl, and now we're like in the present.
Kind of. The Star Wars crawl, it's like that, except you don't even get the Star Wars crawl. You just see it. Like, you just see this stuff, and you don't know anything that happened to it, so you just kind of have to assume.
Okay, so you show up in this like dilapidated manor that has pristinely working internet, or did you solve that problem after the fact?
Fuck no. I just wasn't gonna I wasn't gonna have a panel where I'm fucking calling like a company to come by and connect a landline.
I want the montage of the 6-hour customer service call.
You do, the most that you see, and this is supposed to be a representative of that, is that I break into my old house to pick up my old computer and bring it to the new mansion. But I'm not gonna have a fucking panel where I'm like on the phone being like, hey, how much would it be to get like a working service out here?
It's like concrete sound as your mouth opens for the first time. You're like, no, it needs to be fiber, at
like
least 1,000.
The stone moving sound effect where it's like a yeah.
What do you mean your upload is only 25? No, you don't have fiber options at my manor.
Fucking, what do you mean it's $140 a month for fucking 1 gigabyte and I'm only gonna get 500 megabytes? You're fucking lying. Whatever, dude.
There's an implied backstory in my lore that I hope to explore at some point, but when I was writing my lore originally, I realized I was writing like a 24-minute episode, and there was no way I'd ever be able to afford that at the animation level I wanted, so I had to kind of restructure the whole thing to be told as a series of like flashbacks. But there is like a whole element that I hope to explore someday where, and it's implied, where like essentially I crash land, and at first I think I can get home, and I can't because I didn't build the technology that got broken that stranded me here. And so then I realize I need to eat, and I start trying to find jobs, but because like all I've ever known is chaos and mayhem and combat and bounty hunting, everything I attempt to do, from like a gas station to walking into a police station, slapping a firearm down on the desk and offering my services to working at the local WIC McDonald's, I get arrested every single time.
Hold on, explain the basis of your lore so people know what you're talking about too. Because I mean, it's not, we're working under the assumption that everyone knows the lore video here.
That's true. All right. Well, first off, I have a lore video that I'm very, very proud of that you can see on my YouTube channel, and
with
it stars
great
a lot of people whose voices you may have heard before, including me, or I should say, and me. Yeah. So I come from another Earth just like this, where I work as a bounty hunter. I track down the most dangerous criminals in the multiverse, and I bring them to justice. I'm not a vigilante. I don't do charity for people. I work for money. And then one day I get lured to a job that is definitely a trap, but my arrogance and my hubris, convinced me to take the job anyway, because there are just so many zeros on the end of that bounty that is obviously a trap. And I'm ambushed by something that is seemingly a lot faster and stronger than me. And that's never happened before. and they managed to strike me right in the place. If you see my scar on my chest, above my contents, they strike me right in the place. The second cleavage. Oh my God. They strike me right in the place that I've had what I call the gateway, a technological device implanted that allowed me to travel through space-time. I'm very durable. I can heal from anything, very much like Wolverine, or legally, but I can't teleport. That was a piece of technology that is now broken, and I'm now stranded here because I didn't build it. So where you meet me in the lore video, I'm essentially down on my luck. I'm out of options. I've been arrested like 5 times in 3 days. I'm getting to the point of hopelessness, and I'm offered a lifeline at possibly the worst VTuber agency, headed up by the worst manager. But something in it kind of feels inspiring. And like, maybe this could be the start of something interesting. And so I decided to sign on, even though that contract is definitely predatory.
How much fucking money do you need as a mercenary to keep doing that shit? I feel like one mercenary job would give somebody enough money to fucking last for like, I don't know, like a year, 2 years. How many mercenary jobs do you keep taking? Like, how much greed does somebody have to keep taking mercenary jobs?
I have not been.
What is the life of a human money? Like how much do you need to do until you're like comfortable?
Listen, I haven't been exactly financially responsible.
Yeah, that means in lore, in universe canon, you had to have been spending your money on the stupidest shit in the fucking world for you to not be living comfortable at this point if you're a mercenary.
And then, yeah, right. Well, capitalism sucks. I live in a timeline where I don't need to prey on the weak for blood as a vampire. You can get it down at the corner bodega and make some, suit in a shiny building, rich as shit.
Would you spend all your money on? The Boo Boo collection?
I know, I can imagine that, right? I've collected all of the Funko Pops, and I've gone out for a night on the town. Drank way too much, even though I metabolize so fast I don't even get tipsy. And then I realized I forgot to save money for lunch, so I've got to take another job.
That is if you really think about it, really think about in-universe, you fucking have to be the worst, most irresponsible spender. You must have the worst fucking financial decisions ever. In lore, in your own lore that you wrote for yourself, you wrote yourself as being the most financially irresponsible mercenary. So what'd you spend the money on, huh? What'd you spend the money on, Mel? What'd you spend all your money on? What could possibly be like the equivalent of like, I don't know, 30K that
How
you
many
spent on?
Fansly accounts do you have, Mel? How many gifted subs are you donating, Mel?
I feel like you're avoiding the question here. Where's the fucking money, Lebowski? What did you spend it on? You're avoiding the question. What's the money on? Huh? Say it.
Good.
Say it.
Sometimes if you tip a lot, they'll give you a little kiss at the maid cafe. I don't know. It never happened, but I thought maybe it could happen.
Spending money. You're essentially saying that you spent all your money on a parasocial relationship.
On my earth. I'm sorry.
Pay-per-view. You're not going to have fucking pay-per-view in the future. Just shut up. What do you mean pay-per-view?
I haven't planned that far in, but I will say, hang on. Don't stop it. I do think that I tend to lead humor first in a lot of the stuff that I do. And I do tend to have a bit of a slapstick sense of humor. And so I feel like I've taken a lot of notes from shit like, like your Sam and Max, kind of humor when writing my stuff. I'm not exactly the smartest lollipop in the
You didn't have to say, no,
thing.
Fuck that. Just say that, own it. Own up to it now. You are financially irresponsible. That's canon
to your lore.
You
I'm
have to
just
own up
like
to
everybody else. I put my pants on one sleeve at a time.
Own up to it. Now you have to come up with a reason canonically what you spent all your money on. I need this from you by the end of the stream. You have to come up with a reason that where you spent your money for you to keep taking these jobs.
That might come up in a future lore video. I should think about that.
There you go. Now I got you thinking. Now you need to put this in one.
I've had that question of like either the bounties pay so little,
which is fucked up because those are human lives, right? Those are like living people. So I refuse to believe that they're that small.
Contract work is not as lucrative as you'd imagine.
How much do you, there's like people that put hits out on people in real life. How much is the pay for that? How much is a human life pay for like contract killers in real life?
What did I by way of getting to your question, when I cast all of my actors, I actually created a little I can share one with you if you want to see it. I created a little what do you call it? Like almost like little character breakdowns for each of my actors. Yeah, I'm working my way through this bit. I created little character breakdowns for all of my actors so that they would have kind of a sense of what they were coming into.
That's cute. So that they could get their ideas in.
This was the one that I sent Aaron Dismuke. You're welcome to show it if you'd like. You don't have to. For the role of Andy, who's like the little shithead fish boy that I run into at the precinct where I'm turning in one of my bounties.
Oh, this is cute. You also did it before. I've seen these when applying for roles. Sometimes people will show you character, like voice references or character references.
Yeah. So I said, I'll narrate it for you. It said, I wrote, for Andy, in a world of continuous escalation, it's commonplace for officers of the law to turn to a myriad of dangerous and eccentric bounty hunters to combat the criminal underworld in their stead, offering meager contracts that barely sustain life in the capitalist cyberpunk hellscape of an Earth that Melizande calls home.
Oh, so you did write in that you don't get paid that much.
Yeah. Andy works as a glorified desk jockey at such a precinct. He generally is unhappy with his job. He misses going out on patrol and working the beat. But rent is expensive, and he doesn't have a whole lot of options. Still, he doesn't let it ruin his mood. He may gripe as a form of stress relief, but he maintains a good if sardonic sense of humor. Andy has a sibling-esque rivalry with Mel. There's probably some authentic frustration underneath it all as he sees her as succeeding where he can't, but it comes out as playful banter and jokes and never gets too nervous. And I created one of these for each of my actors, and I'll probably keep doing it because I feel like it really helps them.
Chat, you kind of see something similar to this, but with less details when you're auditioning for roles in voice acting sometimes. Like whenever I do an indie game, a lot of indie game developers that are really like, oh, I really want the perfect voice for this, they'll do stuff like this. Not as detailed, obviously, nor with this much of a breakdown, but they do have something similar to this a lot of the time, which is really cool.
Fun fact, actually, Aaron Dismuke actually voiced Lucifer in Deathless, a Part-Timer, and voiced Kerbifer in the Tome game. So 2 of those characters on the sheet are his characters.
I mean, you can do that when you're hiring, like when you're getting a voice actor to do something. You could just mix 2 of the characters they've done previously before, and they could probably find it easier to make that character come to life.
I kind of want this. You've done it before. I'm so sorry. I hope this won't be creatively bankrupt for you.
No, that's cool. I think that's an interesting way of doing it. When I made my lore video, I distinctly did not want voice acting. 1, because at the time, I didn't think I would be able to pull off any kind of voice acting that I thought would be good enough for my lore video, so I just kept it silent. 2, I wanted people to focus on looking and watching rather than listening. I didn't want them to focus too much on the actual words being said or like listening or anything that's happening. I wanted them to focus on like what they're looking at. You know, I wanted them to look at the lore video. I wanted them to look at the details. I wanted them to look at the backgrounds and any subtle hints or, you know, things that they might miss if they aren't paying attention. And that's kind of what I liked. And I still do that to this day where I make all my lore videos kind of like mute. Like I don't want anything besides audio and sometimes music. Just because I want them to focus. And I will say, people still fucking miss the most subtle shit. But yeah.
I do a lot of Easter eggs in mine, but I do, when I was at university, I went to school for theater, and I took directing classes, and like the very first exercise they have you do as a director is no dialogue whatsoever. You have to be able to tell a story with just an actor on stage. You can use some music, but that's about it. And then we talk about how clear the story communicates.
The awkward thing is I'm really bad at dialogue. Like I'm really good at doing stuff silent, but now I'm like horrible at writing dialogue. So I can't do comics for things that I have in my head because I have a couple of different comic ideas. But I don't do Easter eggs either. It's just kind of like these are important story beats that people will miss in the background.
Oh, interesting. I feel like I wear my inspirations on my sleeve. So I reference Spider-Man and Spider-Verse a couple of times in my thing. I'll like phrase lines certain ways to either reference like an ancient YouTube video that I appreciate and found funny or, or stuff like that. I mean, shit, I'm very forthcoming about my inspirations. I feel like, and I think that comes from a place of confidence about, like, I know Nano and I found a design that feels very unique, and I'm secure in that. So I don't mind telling people that, like, my elevator pitch is take Ryuko Matoi from Kill la Kill and take Revi Lee from Black Lagoon and fusion dance them, and you get somewhere near me.
I don't think I have that. I don't think I did that. I don't know if I have an elevator. My elevator pitch is my raid intro because I don't have like a good way of explaining stuff to people. Hence why I have that in the first place. Even with the lore video, like I didn't put Easter eggs in it because I didn't think there was anything I wanted to put in. Not that I was afraid of Easter eggs. The first Easter egg in any of my lore videos is actually in the male one where I put Giga in one of the backgrounds. And that was it. That's the only thing that I put in as an Easter egg. There's nothing else Easter egg wise that references anything outside of my own stuff, my own universe.
I love Gig.
Why?
I don't know. I look up to her.
Ew. Dude.
Listen, you know, New York Italians. It's like I've got a magnet for them between like Giga, Nags, Lala. I'm like drawn through time and space to all the New York Italian content creators.
I'm happy to have you. How we doing, huh?
I'm yeah.
Let me get the mooks so we can go out for a nice bev.
Jeez. Yeah, well, and also, you know, I mean, I guess there are different ways to handle it. I know that you, at least outwardly, seem to have a bit of a contentious relationship with a certain, is it Elden Ring character?
Bloodborne,
that you get compared
the doll
to
from Bloodborne.
Oh, Bloodborne, sorry,
which is
Bloodborne.
really
My
funny
mistake,
because that wasn't actually. It's that and the Shaltir from Overlord, and neither of those were actually in my head when I was making it. When I was making my OC, I saw a piece of art on Twitter, and I don't even remember what it was. All I did was I saw a piece of art on Twitter of a girl, like in an attic in front of like a mosaic like window, and that was like in my head. I was like, "Fuck, I want to make a doll character now because I think it's cool." And then I went from there, and then I mixed and matched clothing, Victorian era clothing from a Twitter that I follow called Lolita Wardrobe, and then that was it. Like, none of the things that people think of are what inspired me at all. It was a random piece of fucking fan art it was a random piece of original art on Twitter that got me into it, and it wasn't even a doll character. It was just like a woman.
Yeah, I mean, and they're going to assign that, though, and then you have to decide how you want to engage those kinds of conversations. I tend to take the route of, like, because I get a lot of stuff. I get...
What do you get?
You know, I get Ryuko Matoi. I get Shadow the Hedgehog.
That. Oh, I do get Shadow.
I get Ruby Rose. I get the character from Makameka Kill. And I just tell people, like, you have excellent taste. I'll take that as a compliment.
You
Thank
do kind of look like if Shadow actually, like, had sex with a Latina. Like, if Shadow finally got his favorite Latina and you were their kid, like, I can see that a little bit.
Oh, God.
Like, Shadow's your dad and you have a Latina mother. Like, I can imagine that. I can see it.
Someone draw that, please.
Mom, Dad, I'm home from school.
Oh,
and it's
God,
Mel
I've never gotten
walking
that
in.
before. That's crazy.
And it's Mel walking into Shadow and his Latina wife.
A little backpack on. I'm a little socked. Pulled
And
up
Shadow's
to
like,
halfway up my calves.
How was your day at school?
Oh, no. Little bows in my hair.
The real lore is Shadow the Hedgehog is your father, and that's where the melanin came from. It's your Latina mother.
I still have the giant fucking, you know, the giant fucking sneakers I take after my dad. I got the boots.
Yeah.
Oh, God. If someone please draw that.
VTuber poses are so funny. You are so fucking stanced up, dude. I love the VTuber, like, action pose where everyone's, like, wide stanced.
Oh, you like that? Yeah, here we go.
I made sure that mine was girly pop.
Yeah, my rigging artist really went for action girl, although I can flip. I know you have this feature too. I love this. I can flip the hip orientation so I can get like super sassy.
Oh, I have that on I have that on the bikini model. I don't use it that often, but I know I do have it.
The one downside of it, and it's probably something I'm gonna revise. I've talked to my rigger. I want to revise in like a future version. Is I'm so stanced up that it's really hard to look to the right and left sometimes. I'm like always looking up at the corner, which is endearing. It's like I'm looking at chat, except when I'm actually trying to look to the right, I can't do it.
I don't think you need to look to the right that far. Like, I think this is a perfectly fine amount of looking. How far to the right do you need to be? You trying to get a full fucking 180 action?
My second monitor is like not glued to my first monitor, so it's usually when I'm looking at my side screen that I'm like, huh, and I'm just like at a weird ass angle.
Look at me. It does kind of look like you're looking like beyond me. I see that. I see that.
Are there any other VTubers over there I can talk to?
There's the plushie in the cage if you want. You can talk to chat. I don't think he's gonna talk back.
My God, you literally, was this intentional? You literally just looked like you did like a little thumb gesture to the side. That was brilliant.
Well, so one of the things that I've complained about VTubing recently, when I was getting my male model done, the riggers showed me, the Iron Vertex showed me my model and I was like, what the fuck is this? And I found out that apparently from their first draft, VTubers don't control their model anymore because they're lazy bitches. So I had to go through 4 extra drafts telling Iron Vertex, no, I want to control everything on my model via facial expressions. Because nowadays, VTubers make everything an idle. So a lot of VTuber models that you see nowadays, they don't control anything themselves. They're just like, they will move and breathe idly. I do everything manually. So like my hands move based on my chin and mouth movement. My eyebrows move my fingers. And a lot of it, like all of that's based on everything else. Like parts of my body move for my facial expressions. So imagine if you're a marionette, but all of the strings are connected to your face. Yeah, VTubers don't do that anymore. A lot of VTubers nowadays are too lazy to fucking control their own movements.
If I bring out the tools, hang on a second. Like they do different things. I gesture a little bit based on what my face is. So do people just have like a sad button that they toggle and then that changes everything, or what?
It's all idle animations. So now people like they will keep all of their facial expressions the same, but every other part of their body is just idle. So like originally when I was being shown the draft, right, when I would talk, my hand would just like wave around idly. Like I wasn't controlling it. It would just randomly wave around. So it wouldn't move when I move. It would just move in general when I was talking or doing anything normally. Like I would not be able to control that.
I noticed that with controllers sometimes. Like some people that like I'm always, because this is something I cared about a lot. I'll notice VTubers that like either just are like rigidly holding the controller and doing nothing with it, if they have like a looping animation, or if it's actually following what they're doing. I was such a nerd about that. And my my dear friend and my lead mod codes and created custom software for me, like stuff you've probably seen before. But we wanted it to be extra configurable so that it can work with keyboard and mouse. It can work with lots of other stuff.
I think those are cute.
So if you, this will follow everything I do.
I need to have one of those controller toggles. I'm pretty sure that's like $600 if I wanted that though. So a little expensive, but still really cool. No, I see. It's really dope. It's just expensive.
Hey, listen, if you ever want to try, I mean, obviously you might need the asset, but if you ever want to try out the software, I can talk to Zeph about sending it to you. I like it a lot. People have made stuff like this, but the reason I like mine is because I'm doing this with a keyboard and mouse right now, but I've got it multi-bound, so I can pick up a controller right now and it works with my controller. And a lot of the software out there is much more primitive than that. We just haven't gotten to a place yet where we're like, so positive it works fine that we're willing to share it outside of our little bubble.
Mel, it's not about the software. It's that any fucking toggle, any extra toggle that I get is $600. Like I can't be throwing $600 around for every single toggle. That's just how it works. Like every toggle is $600.
Blockheads, we need to get a controller toggle up on the throne.
I'm good. I'll just move my hands under the screen. They don't need to see me playing with the controller. Look, I already have these fat ass fucking shoulders in the first place on this model. I don't need anything else. Plus, if I really want someone to look like they're playing the game, I have these guys for it, okay? I don't need to do it myself. Chat, get into gaming mode.
Oh, just your little...
Now they're the one playing the game and I'm watching.
Oh, baby.
That's kind of what I've been enjoying more lately. Like, if I'm playing a video game that I think would be cuter if Chad was the one playing it, I just make them the one playing, so it looks like I'm watching. So it's like they're showing their dad their video game.
That's so cute.
I also don't have a throne. I just don't use throne. And Chad, you already see Chad saying he hates us. He doesn't want us to buy anything.
He doesn't want us to give him money.
I don't like throne. I don't know what it is, but it bothers me. And I don't mind when other people use throne, but I don't like the idea of chat buying me stuff through throne when I already get asked them for so much when it comes to like subs and streaming. I don't need them to buy more things for me through throne. It's a lot.
That's fair.
It just feels wrong.
Fair.
It feels wrong.
I'm very envious of this, by the way. I planned out everything meticulously. I'm planning a long arcing story that I want to continue writing. I can't for the life of me figure out a mascot. It's like the one thing that I'm like, I have no opinions. So I didn't debut with a mascot.
Ratbat. You call yourself a misfit, which is kind of related to rats, and then you're a bat. Vampire. Rat bat. Make a rat.
I'm not
that's
really
also
a bat. But I can see a bat.
You're a vampire. Rat bat.
I do like the rhyme of misfit rat bat. That's kind of cute.
Well, I'm pretty sure like a misfit is a term for a rat or some kind of rats or group of rats. I swear to God.
Is it really?
Unless I'm confusing.
Do I not know like the etymology or whatever of my own
you know what?
community name?
Stupid. I think I'm mixing it up with Boo the Rats because Boo the Rats community are called misfits.
Oh.
And they're rats. I immediately assume that rats are called misfits. Sorry, no, I'm mixing it up. Anyways, New York rat with wings. There you go.
I need to commission it. I don't know. It's just something that I've never thought about. I didn't know. And I want it to make sense in my lore. And so that obviously means like if it wasn't going to debut with the original story, it's not in my backstory. Now I'm like, shit, I need to come up with like a story reason that a mascot appears. A group of rats
is called a misfit.
Seriously?
It's a
have like
is
some
it
grotesque
mischief?
rat king.
Is it mischief or
misfit? No,
misfit?
it's a mischief. It's got to be mischief.
Either way, I think a bat that's a vampire rat would fit.
What is a group of rats called?
I think a vampire
mischief of rats.
rat. A vampire cyber rat would fit, but it doesn't really fit into lore. I had to make these fuckers fit into the lore very vaguely, but it worked.
Were the blockheads already in the manor when you got there?
In the blockhead lore video that we have, it basically coincides at the exact same time as my original lore video. So you see them in the background, basically watching the events of my first lore video happen, and they're just little slimes that were in the forest surrounding area. And they were like very like small, barely noticeable, kind of hidden away. So you wouldn't like, they're a fantastical element in an otherwise normal world. They saw me, and I guess they liked me so much that they started to try to like kind of imitate me. So they made these little like wooden mechas so they could look like a doll like me. And that's the idea behind them. So
there's just goop inside those wooden dolls.
Slime, little slime ball.
They're full of goopy slime.
Well, why are you saying it like that? Why are you making it sound like they're soup? What are you gonna try to drink them?
They're full of oopy goopy.
Why are you saying
slimy
that? Why
slime.
are you saying? You're such a freak, dude. You're a weirdo. You're a freak. Why are you calling them goopy?
Do you have a toggle where like the slime oozes out the eyes?
No. What's wrong with you? Why are you trying to make them goop? Why are you trying to make them goop, dude? Whatever, dude.
Blockheads, are you oopy or goopy?
Don't call them oopy goopy. What the fuck? You wait until you get your little cybernetic rats, your cybernetic rat bats.
You know what they want it to be? What my community wants it to be?
What?
My bedroom has a very unfortunate little Roomba that keeps coming out and like slamming into the table because I haven't bothered cleaning my room. They all want me to mascotify the Roomba.
What, like a room? How would you mascot a room? Is it going to be one Roomba or many? Because there's to be many of them.
A mischief of Roombas.
What the? A misfit of Roombas. A group of Roombas is called a misfit. A horde of Roomba. What the fuck is that going to even work as?
That is the recurring request.
Roomba mascot.
They're like, the Roomba's all of us.
Well, yeah. So like with mascots, right? There has to either be multiple of them or it's one as like a representative. So like, what would it be? Would it be one Roomba or would you just have a fuck ton of Roombas?
I'm like, don't go in that closet.
There, you
Go
look.
in the
That
closet.
room
There's
is
just
very
like
clean.
100. My bedroom?
That room is very clean. If you got 70 fucking Roombas in there.
I intentionally tried to make my bedroom a complete mess.
I mean, dude, the cleanest thing about you is your fucking outfit. I'm gonna be real with you.
Thank you.
You didn't even
Thank
shower
you.
today, you sicko. You fucking went to get
Okay.
coffee. You said,
And you're sharing.
and chat, I'm sharing personal information. Mel, when the stream started, or before stream started, I was like, Mel, I'm waking up late today. I had a long week. I'll be right there. And Mel was like, yo, same. Instead of a shower, I'm gonna go get coffee though. You went outside to get coffee,
Listen.
you fucking sicko, without showering. You wake up in the morning and you don't shower. You just go out. You just go out like that. You stinky rat. Stinky rat.
Listen.
It's
Some
freaky.
Some people shower at night.
Look, I can see the stink lines coming out of you now. They're like visible now. Look.
Some people shower at night.
Careful, chat. Don't get a whiff of that one.
It's my shadow power. It's not stinky. Wait, no, I take it back. I take it back. I'll just do the eyes.
It's the dark stink. Oh, God. It's internal.
No, it's not. It's not. It's my shadow.
Now who's oopy goopy on the inside, huh?
Oh,
you take that
I
back.
gotta
You take that back from me. What are you gonna go tell your dad about me? Is Shadow the Hedgehog gonna bring it?
Oh dear.
I get
seriously
it.
though, I do desperately have to pee. Can I take a second?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll be
you
right
head on
back, and not because Joel's making fun of me. I'm leaving myself like this.
No, role play out of the fucking screen now. Oh my God.
Okay, fine.
Go on, go actually use the bathroom.
Let me go use the little vampire's room. I'll be right back.
Thank you. Politeness, etiquette, chat, etiquette.
Hey, Joel.
Yeah?
The sign says it's for dolls. Am I still allowed to use it?
Yeah, just make sure that you put the seat down.
All right.
Thank you. M. Biggin. Oh my God. Hi, chat. Jesus Christ, dude. I will say I was going to get into this, but I'll just start it now. That I like the Shadow the Hedgehog meme is really funny. I get something similar where people, I mean, you guys know this because you guys are the ones who say that, but I get people saying that like I'm the father of Revenant from Elden Ring. Like they'll either say I'm like the older sibling to Revenant from Elden Ring nowadays because the fucking FromSoft devs really just love to put dolls and shit nowadays. There's Ronnie, there's fucking Revenant, and then there's the plain doll, and now I'm just getting compared to all of it. You know, I will say one of the dream jobs, if I ever, fully become a voice actor properly and I actually start getting roles, would be to voice in some kind of FromSoft game. But unfortunately, the problem is I don't have a Victorian English fucking accent because every motherfucking English voice actor in those games is just like Victorian ye old English. They will never have like the most yeehaw ass American accent in any of those games ever. But maybe one day, who knows? Who knows? Maybe we'll get there one day. Victorian American. You laugh, but that is a thing. I'm pretty sure Victorian American is kind of a voice profile that you could make. Practice your accent. You guys want me to practice? British people, do I have permission to practice your accent? How comfortable do you feel with me gaining the ability to do a Victorian or a British accent? Here's the problem, is that there are some accents I'll never be able to do because I will never be able to roll my R's. No! Just straight up, no, I don't think so. Oh, yeah? Greg's sausage roll. Chavs. The fucking, the Tesco meal deal. In it. The King's English. How about that, huh? I'm simply colonizing the English accent. Say sausage, right? Sausage roll. Let's get a sausage roll. Sausage. Can chat handle a deep, elegant English accent coming from this model? I don't think you'll ever get that. You sound like you're about to cry. I am about to cry. I have to fucking speak the King's English. Try rolling your R's. Arr. 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 Yeah, it's like tickling my tongue. It's like tickling. Arr. 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 Oh, that was kind of a roll. Do you hear that? It was starting to become it. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? It was kind of coming out.
Hey, I didn't see it.
What's up?
I didn't see a hand towel, so I used the bath towel. Is that okay?
Towel. I just shine,
Towel?
dude. My porcelain shines. Yeah,
Whose
sure. I
towel
don't
is
care.
that, then?
That's the guest towel.
Why do you use the bathroom? Do you pee?
That's a very personal question to ask me. That's a very personal question. You're right. That's very personal.
What comes out of a doll? Aside from tentacles, apparently. And plants.
That's a very intimate question you're asking me, dude. Ask your mother. Best way to get an answer.
Do you ever think about getting that hole patched up? Looks like you have a little friend.
One of my cheeks?
Yeah, a little friend coming out of your face.
That's a plant, dude.
Plants can't be friends?
I mean, it also could be a snack.
I could come get it for you real quick. I could probably get that out of you.
No, it's fine. I like it. It adds to my charm. It's like a charm point. That's like if I removed the red from your hair. Or I told you to get a good night's sleep and then you didn't have your eye bags anymore.
I could do it.
Stop
I swear.
fucking yawning! You're gonna affect me! That's contagious!
I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. You want me to take you to the fucking bedroom so you can sleep the rest of the fucking collab? Go ahead! Go on, nap. I'll do the rest of the work for me. Go ahead. Go take a nap.
I'll just sleep on the floor back here.
Jesus Christ.
I'll be okay.
Just napping the entire fucking time. Wake up, huh?
There we go. Okay.
You fucking got out of bed, got a coffee, and for what? Don't you blep at me.
It doesn't work sometimes.
I think that means that you had too much caffeine in your system that it's not being affected anymore. You seeing this shit, Chet?
Oh, I can be rancid with you. Ready?
What's rancid? Just moving your tongue. I have tongue tracking on this model. Not right now, but like I have vBridger. I paid money for vBridger, and I don't use it because it just doesn't give me the right amount of mouth movement. I don't know what it is. Every time I turn on vBridger, the only thing I can do that's really cool is stick on my tongue. But the rest of the mouth does not move as much as it is now. Like, this is perfect amount of mouth movement to me. Because you can see me forming the words a lot more accurately.
What do you think about my mouth movement?
I think your mouth movement is good. I just don't think... Here's the thing. I don't open my mouth that much when I speak.
That can be a problem. I will say that some people have rigging setups where they have to do a lot of work, and a lot of us have probably seen the videos. I don't need to do nearly as much as
do you
some
open your mouth really wide when you talk?
I probably do more than I need to, but mine has been calibrated so that I don't need to do a lot. I need to do some, but I don't need to do what you've seen.
4 calibrations. I went through 4 calibrations in vBridger, and it never worked out well enough. That's why I use an input of, I use voice volume and like mouth input. So it tracks how loud I am, and it also tracks how wide I'm opening my mouth. So it's a little bit of mix. So if I close my mouth, if I cover my mouth right now, you can still see my mouth moving pretty accurately, right? It just closes
if you like
a little
clap
bit earlier.
really loudly, does it open your mouth?
No.
Okay.
I'm trying. It's not doing anything.
But you could theoretically, like while you're talking, if you were also making other noise, it would look like your mouth was opening more.
What? Like, what other fucking noises would be happening? Like, I could do this.
I don't have one of those.
It's a broken music box.
I have a trumpet mouthpiece in the closet.
No, it's a broken music box. It's supposed to play the fucking Song of Storms from Zelda.
By the way,
Go ahead. by the way.
It sounds like you're playing like one of those little like thumb. Is it like one of those little thumb harps?
Oh, you mean the thing from Avatar?
Is that what they use in Avatar?
Yeah. Kalimba.
Yeah, that thing. Oh yeah, kalimba. That's what it's called. Yeah. No, you were absolutely right. By the way, dude, I suck at accents as well. It's one of those things that like as an actor.
Were you listening?
Oh yeah. No, I mute microphone and turn speakers way up.
I wish, man.
So I can stay in touch. And it's one of those things that like fundamentally I know you're supposed to have, and fundamentally it would probably mean I work more often, but I don't do it very often. I try. Like my English is bad at best.
I've been trying a Irish accent. I feel like it's the closest thing that I'm able to do, and it's so far it's been the best accent that I've been able to like slightly replicate. But it's fucking hard, especially for somebody that would love to be in a Souls game. Probably never happen because I think they only hire stage actors, but still really cool.
Some of them also, yeah, they cast only English talents.
Yeah.
When I auditioned for Apex, I somehow got it into my head that the character definitely had to have an English accent, even though she didn't end up. So like one of my early takes when I sent in the OG audition was me going like, Samathi's in retrograde. That's bad news for them.
What the fuck? I've seen the character and she looks so American, dude. I don't know where you got English from that.
Okay. You know how like auditions sometimes will have like a prototype where they'll be like, it's
sometimes
like
they don't have the character concept, yeah.
So mine said, ready? Maleficent and Bayonetta.
What?
And I'm like, both of those women are English. And so I emailed my agent.
Even like Maleficent and Bayonetta?
She has a theatricality to her, I think. But I emailed my agent and I said, like, so 2 English women as the thing, are they looking for an English dialect? And my agent writes back and it's like, I just checked with casting and they said, nope, they're looking more like they're thinking more about the character. Do whatever's comfortable for you. And then like a smart person, aspects of my VTuber's personality bleeding into real life, I didn't trust him and I submitted in English anyway.
Wait, so your fucking audition wasn't even like what you ended up doing? It was a fucking English accent and they still were like, I actually like this voice.
And they brought me in. Yeah. And then for the callback, we did something equally like super far away from Catalyst. Like we did a very like Batwoman-esque, like really grim, dark, like tough read. It's like they took me like this like the character creation slider, like they took the slider all the way to the other end and then we landed somewhere in the middle.
Do you use demo reels when you're auditioning for those things? Or is
we talked about that recently.
Yeah, we did. I was wondering because I know you have a demo reel, but I don't see people asking for demo reels that often. But every time I do see a demo reel, it's a professional game.
Yeah, almost never. I think that the demos can come in handy when you're trying to get representation. Like if you were aiming at, you know, one of the big agencies like Atlas or CESD, they'd want a demo to get a sense of like what you can do. Because like the purpose of it is to show them what you would sound like in a professional production.
I guess.
Yeah. And then they might still bring you in and audition you anyway, and they might still interview you anyway. But it's usually for stuff like that, an indie project, or like submitting to get on a roster in the first place. But a lot of auditions, they don't need to hear your demo. They want you to read their sides, you know?
Oh. Well, okay. Moving away from there was a lot of voice acting conversation that we've already had, but I do want to ask you about you personally. So I wanted to ask you because we recently actually got to hang out where you invited me on to play a Mega Man game, not Mega Man, but like Mega Man which was I think 20XX. Was that not recent?
A year and a half ago.
That was not a year and a half ago. What are you fucking talking about?
We need to do it again. Yes, we did though.
2 months ago.
When was chat? What
are you talking about?
Blast?
You invited me on to play to play a video game with you. It was like half a month ago, dude.
It was definitely not half a month ago, but I had a really good time. And also, I was worried that you wouldn't have fun for some reason. And then when you like genuinely expressed how much you enjoyed that made my heart sing.
I'm scrolling up in our messages. This was like it was like 2 months ago. What do you mean it was half a year ago?
Let's see.
I'm looking at the last time you called me. I don't.
Wait, you have a record of calls? When was it? Be honest.
Hold on. Mel started a call that lasted an hour. 8/28/2025. What?
What I say, what I say, what I say!
Fucking what? August 2025?
Time is a myth!
What do you mean? Was this not like in February when we hung out?
Flee, blockheads, flee!
I don't believe this. I feel like this is a lie. I don't believe this.
It
I
just
feel
means
like
you're
you're fucking
overdue
with me.
for another one.
No, it was not that long ago. It was on your server. It wasn't in a group. It wasn't in a DM call.
Okay.
I don't
well, then
believe
that
you.
would still be like August of last year, which is
Yeah,
exactly
motherfucker.
what you
It
have.
was not 2025 because you didn't even fucking debut in 2025. Shut the fuck up.
Yes, I did. It was August. It was 8/25. It's the actual date you're saying.
No, I don't believe that.
My debut date was July 27th of 2025.
What?
It's 2026, my guy.
No. There's no way it was fucking like 8 months ago when we hung out. I refuse to believe 20XX. I don't believe you. The game. It was like 20XX or something. Or no, it was 30XX.
I have
Last played
hijacked
August.
your question.
Wait, last played
long
August
enough.
28th, 2025. What?
Motherfucker.
How long has it been? I'm gonna kill myself. I'm fucking killing myself. What do you mean? Are you kidding me?
I shit you not. We need to play again.
It says on Steam I played this game on the 28th, August 28th. Has it been that long? That felt like 2 months ago.
What I'm appreciating is that we actually have a pretty good back and forth here, because sometimes people don't answer back and you have like a one-sided DM. Ours is pretty balanced. I appreciate that about you. Thanks for being my friend.
I'm gonna jump off a cliff.
Okay.
What do you? Sorry. It's been 8 months. No, it's been a year. No, it's not been a year.
1 week since you looked at me.
Oh my god, I forgot the original conversation.
So
I'm
last
losing my
time we
mind.
played, anywhere from 2 weeks to 1 year ago, we played 30x.
So the question I had for you was I wanted to talk to you about the type of games that you like to play, because
Oh, hell yeah.
you already said you're a variety streamer, but I wanted to know, since most of what I know from you is actually voice acting and your VTuber design choices, your lore choices, but the type of games that you play, because apparently you are a big Mega Man fan or games similar to it.
Rabid. I love platformers. I love those kinds of retro games. I grew up, okay, so my folks let me have like 1 or 2 consoles when I was a kid, and then they took them all away and I couldn't have them again for like the rest of my childhood. There's not like a story there. They just changed their minds about video games.
Okay.
And so like there's so many Zelda games I should have played and I haven't. I've played like 2 of the OG Zelda games. I've never played a Pokemon game. My first time experiencing Pokemon was like the Pixelmon server.
Yeah, you've had a fucking
When I
Mewtwo and you're
met
like, this is
you.
my starter.
Yeah, which is a fucking great story, by the way. And I still call Mewtwo my starter to anyone I talk to about Pokemon, and they're so confused. But I played a ton of Mega Man, so much Mega Man, and to this day, those kinds of games are just like catnip for me. So we've gone back through all the games as a series on my channel. I just devoured Hollow Knight and Silk Song for hours on end. Now I'm up to like 60 hours or more on Mina the Hollower. I'm obsessed with that game now.
I've been seeing you streaming it a lot lately.
I love it.
Every time I've rated
Oh
you,
my
you've been on
God.
Mina, actually.
You know what it is? I think it's because because
Yacht
I'm
Club
ancient.
is like pure retro game nostalgia for everyone.
And Shovel Knight. I loved Shovel Knight. Because I'm ancient, I never used a lot of the consoles that had thumb joysticks. I was like a D-pad girl.
Mm-hmm.
I suck at them. Like I can't learn. I'm literally, this is me playing like an FPS game or a Souls-like or a Monster Hunter game with a controller. I'm like, where's the, where?
You're just losing your
hang
fucking.
on.
Oh my god.
Shit. Where's Where's the mic?
Jesus
But
Christ.
it's bad. It's really, and then people will come in and they'll be like, hey, it's easier to play with a controller. And I'm like, you say that. You haven't seen me try playing with a controller. But
flying all over
I'm
the place.
sick with a D-pad. So I don't know. I like those games. They really appeal to me. They capture my imagination. I also think I wouldn't even say not enough credit. I think the appropriate amount of credit, honestly, is given to how amazing those composers were and how much they did with how little. Because some of those games have just banger, insane soundtracks. And I love a good score. Like if the game has great music, I'm probably gonna fall in love with it.
You might like Ender Lilies then, because actually, the Ender Lilies is one of the games that I 100%ed that I fell in love with, and it's where I found my favorite band, Millie, from. So I would recommend Ender Lilies to you because it's also a very short platformer. You could probably 100% it within 14 hours.
I wonder if I've seen that one before.
Ender Lilies, you play as. I'm sure it has been recommended to you because it is a very popular one. You play as this little, very pale little girl that uses, ghosts to fight for her, spirits.
No kidding.
So she just kind of runs around and is like, nah, don't kill me. And then a ghost, like a night ghost, will probably be the one who's actually attacking for you.
Ender Lilies, Quietus of the Nights.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
And it's 60% off. I'm going to buy it right now.
I highly recommend it. You can see it's one of the only games I've ever given a review for if you actually scroll down.
I wonder if I'll find it.
You'll see a friend reviewed it, and it is literally one of the only games because it shows you the first the reviews. It is one
there
of the,
you are.
Yep. It is one of the only video games on Steam I've ever given a review to. I've only given 3 reviews in my entire career, and one of them is to Ender Lilies.
Oh, that's so cool. You've given 3 lifetime reviews. What are the other 2, I wonder?
Yeah, you don't need to see the others, actually. You can ignore them. You don't need to see what the other games reviews that I gave are, actually. You can ignore that. I don't know if you can see that.
Oh, okay. Hey, you recommended it, though, so it's probably a pretty good game.
Orc Massage is the other game that I recommended. Orc Massage and Virgo versus the Zodiac. Virgo was a game made by a friend, and Orc Massage was yeah.
Oh man! Hey, speaking of games made by friends and voice acting, I've seen a lot of our peers have been booking roles in indie games and titles lately. Is that something that you've explored?
I've been only auditioning for indie games and indie projects. I have not auditioned for anything else. It's just been indie games. I've been shortlisted a couple of times so far, which is endearing. It's good to know that they're liking what I'm doing, even if I'm not exactly getting the role. I had a shortlist for a mafia boss mascot character in a Danganronpa-like game. I had a shortlist for a stoic chef. I had a shortlist for a cult leader, and those are the 3 shortlists that I've gotten so far. Everything else I've just been applying as much as I can. A lot of them are visual novels, I think. A lot of the games that I've seen that I've applied for have been visual novels. I've been applying for as many as I can. I will say, I do think I don't know how true this is, but from what I've seen when I'm doing auditions on Twitter and Casting Call Club, it seems like there are a lot more men submitting than women. So a lot of the male roles have a lot more everyone's eating each other alive, it seems like. So when I look at Casting Call Club, I can see the number of submissions, and it'll be 24 people have applied for this female role. And then it'll be 288 people applied for this guy role.
Oh, geez. Well,
and it's so Jesus Christ.
I wonder, man, I hate that websites do that, by the way. I'm sorry, I know I'm staring at
is it a bad website?
No, I just hate the public aspect of it. And I can see
gross.
If you're just
really
getting
like
started, if there's any part of you that gets if you're just getting started and you see that someone's upvoting your stuff, I could see that could be kind of like a dopamine hit. There's a popularity contest to it where if I've submitted for something and I can visibly see before it's been cast that 300 other people on the platform think that yours is shit compared to this other one, I'm like, okay, well,
So
F me, I guess.
the only reason I don't like it is because I'm shy, but it does, honestly, the public aspect, I will give it one thing. It's kind of helped me get over the whole cringe thing where I'm like, okay, people are going to hear this, and if it's public, people are going to be able to hear my audition, and that's okay. That's okay, and I need to be okay with that so I can move on with my life. Because even if I don't get a plot, even if I don't get a role or anything, we're back on fucking VA topic, by the way, and I was trying to move on to games. But even when I like don't get the role, I still need people to be able to hear me so I can get over that cringe aspect, so I can do voice acting for my chat when I play story games, because that is important to me. Because I want to be able to give good voices while we're playing like these really immersive story games, so my chat can get really into it too. Because I want them to have a good experience when I'm playing these things.
I respect that. And you know what? There's like no shortage of streamers who like literally playing something for the first time on their stream or like skipping the dialogue. I would rather watch someone actually enjoy and appreciate the story. And I've had people tell me when I do the voices that this is like a cool way of experiencing the game.
That's what ain't that right, you little freaks? It's what I bet on, dude. I try to spoil them by doing stuff like that because I want them to get immersed in the game roles too. I don't know if you guys even enjoy that. Hopefully people enjoy it in the chat. I just like, that's what I'm hoping for.
Also, though, from like a more experienced position, like we all get typecast eventually, and so one of the cool things about that is I also get to play a lot of characters that like I never get booked for.
I haven't found what I really like or think I'm really good at doing it, but I really enjoy like the eccentric, like theatrical, like dramatic bitches. I think those are fun to do. Anyone that has like where their vocal, like their the way they talk goes up and down like they're a rich person, you know what I mean? Like I love doing stuff like that, and then I also love doing the characters that are like basically villains. I love stuff like that. I love being able to laugh in roles. I think it's so fun when I get to laugh, like I do evil laughter.
What a good spread, like vocally, because one of them is going to be very, very controlled, like almost like you're just like pushing a knife into the body of your heroes. And then the other one, I can hear that voice in my head.
I like both of them. They're super fun.
For some reason, I'm immediately thinking of the I forget his name, but have you seen ReZero?
The brain guy,
the head of the household, the guy that's like. He does that weird, like, you know, welcome to my parlor.
Yes, the clown guy. Kind of guy. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That is literally what I'm thinking of. Yes, so like a rich eccentric type I like doing, and then I like doing Ganondorf, you know, like villain type that's very controlled. So Roswaal from ReZero and like a villain like Ganon. I think those are my favorite things to do. I also like, I mean, I've applied for a couple of different roles where they're like streamers too. There's a couple of different video games that have like streamer characters in it that I think are fun to do, where I can be a panicked person, because I do a very good panic voice because I am just always fucking freaking out at people. So anything that I can naturally do in my own voice when I'm streaming is what I normally will like apply for, I think.
Yeah, and you'll be strong at that. Man, I've had a couple of auditions recently for where they're like, you're a content creator, and I'm like, this is weird. This is like an out-of-body experience.
Oh yeah,
trying
dude,
to, like,
all of them are horrible,
that.
by the way. Every fucking content creator character I've ever auditioned for has been like the most not content creator character I've ever seen in my life. It's like the most stereotypical bullshit ever.
Okay, but yeah. Okay, so
what else do you have
love
besides
2D
these
platformers,
platformers?
love retro style games. But I play a lot of different types of games. I've gone through the Mass Effect series on stream.
Is there anything new to your streams that this is like the first time you got to play these types of games? Because you said you grew up with these 2D platformers, but has there been anything that you've tried out for the first time because your stream has pushed you to do it?
Well, I mean, I you know, strangely enough, I didn't go voluntarily buy Hollow Knight. I don't play a lot of games. I tend to fixate on a couple of games here and there, like. And so streaming has been weird because now I'm bouncing from game to game, and that's never been how I've played games normally. So like everyone I hadn't played Hollow Knight, I hadn't played Shovel Knight, and they'd been on my list forever, and I just hadn't gotten around to trying them. So, you know, like the seed was planted, like it was already a style I was going to really be into, but I had never actually picked it up, and I felt so deep for it. Monster Hunter, actually.
Yeah, there we go.
I've always been recommended Monster Hunter games because I like those kind of like action RPG combat kind of things, and I just never got around to trying it. So I tried Monster Hunter for the first time on stream, and I freaking love that game.
That's surprising,
so that's a good example.
A lot of people don't like Monster Hunter at start. Like every time I've introduced Monster Hunter to people, sometimes it takes them like 5 or 6 tries of getting into it before they actually start to like the game. That's cool that you immediately got into it.
One of the pain points was definitely the fact that like the community at large seems to think you can only play that game on controller, and so I get a lot of shit for that.
You're playing on a fucking mouse and keyboard?
We've already had the conversation about controllers.
I'm sorry, it's just disgusting to hear. It's just a disgusting thing. That's like hearing Dark Souls. That's like hearing Dark Souls on the keyboard. It just sounds gross. It just sounds disgusting to me.
I'm sorry, it's how I play these games.
It's you don't shower. You use a fucking mouse and keyboard for action games. Oh my God.
To be, do we have to hit this bit for like a third time? So, it's me on a control. I am actually this bad. and to be fair, some of the weapons fucking suck with mouse and keyboard. But you know which one doesn't? The bow. And I fell in love with it. And
That's like the only
consider
one
myself
you
pretty good at
you
it.
have to aim.
Yeah. And it's great. I like it. I enjoy it. I run 2 bows. It's great. At some point, I want to try to learn sword and shield, but for the time being, the bow's been freaking awesome. Here's another one. I had never played a survival game before, and then Ren and Utaru invited me to play Grounded. I now play that game a freakish amount of time on my stream. I've fallen in love with it. I want to try other survival games at some point. I haven't. Yeah. Haven't heard of it?
No, I know what it is. I just think of it as like a movie tie-in game every time I think about it, even though it's not.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Yeah, that's what I keep thinking about whenever I see it.
Literally was my very first survival game. And then I'm like, where have you been all my life? Like, I've always been that person that treats shit like Minecraft like it's a survival game. And I don't know how to build a freaking house, but I'll go out like min-maxing my gear and fight clubbing the world. And survival games seem to have been made for that kind of gameplay. So I love it. I play it all the time. I'm in like 3 different playthroughs of it right now. Yeah, that's another one. Never played a survival game before, had never played a Monster Hunter game before. I still haven't played Souls, like the Souls-likes and the Elden Ring games. So that's on my list for eventually.
Those were like the first games. I actually don't have any VODs of me playing them, but when I first debuted in 2020, maybe 2019, the first thing I planned to do was go through all of the Souls games, and the only ones I haven't played now are Bloodborne, but I don't have any VODs of them. But I remember playing through Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3 on stream, and then Sekiro, and I was like, fuck, dude, this is awesome. I kind of regret it. I did not say, this was before I had a VOD channel, so none of it got saved, none of it got turned into a video. So I have to kind of replay it now, but I already know everything that happens vaguely, so I can't claim that it's my first time playing anymore. Which sucks, because first time playing is so fun. Has your community also been pushing you really hard towards Bloodborne? When I first started, yes. Nobody does it now, but I already plan to play Bloodborne now when I debut my 2.0 model for PorcelainMaid.
You haven't had a 2.0 yet?
No. You think I got
feel like
the money to
changed
fucking
so many
debut
times.
someone?
Have those just been outfits?
Yeah, nun outfit, which is my Halloween outfit, my bikini outfit. I've only ever had, dude, I only have like fucking 5 models over the last 7 years. You realize that, right? Like I only have 5.
I now have another reason to love you.
Main, nun, bikini, male.
No,
That's
because
it.
I like that.
Doll,
because I'm in the same boat. Because
that's 5 models. And if we don't count the chat, that's only 4 fucking models over the last.
No, I love that. That's a good
7
thing.
years.
You have continuity. You know, like.
No, I'm broke. I'm broke, and I have one artist who constantly has to fucking go on vacation because he doesn't have a fucking stay home. Because he doesn't have he's fucking working. He's got a wife. He moves around. Fucking Doku doesn't want to sit in one place.
Listen, me too. Listen, I had a really powerful debut. It was genuinely, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, it was like midlife crisis behavior. Like I especially as someone who's like a completely unknown quantity, no one knows who the F I am. I had no business coming in at this level in the VTuber sphere. I did the opposite of what every fucking evergreen YouTube video, how to get started in VTubing video tells you not to do. I did all of those things other than stream for like 2.5 years before the debut. And I can't afford that shit. Like people seem to really like my lore video and they want more, and I want to give them more. But I have not made a return on my investment yet, and that's not what this is about. But I'm very real with my chat. I'm like, I will do it. I want to do it. I need to be able to afford it before I can do it.
Well, Here's something that you'll be able to latch on to is when so I was using my V-Roid model for like 5 years, right? And when I debuted my 2D model, which was my big debut, I had to have a conversation with my mom because I was pretty young, and I had a full-ass conversation where I was like, hey, I'm about to spend $18,000, which is all the money I have in my bank account on this. And if it doesn't work, because I was still living with her. So it was like fine to be able to spend that money. Like I wasn't going to lose my house or anything. But I was like, okay, mom, I'm going to spend all of my money on this. And if I don't get a single new viewer, like I don't get a bump at all, I'm just going to I'll get a real job. And it worked. I went from, I think, 100 average viewers to 300 average viewers. And that was all the money I had saved for like 6 years of streaming and previous jobs and other things, right? All of it. Everything there was just money that I had saved up for years. Spent all my money, had this big debut, and the most I got out of it was I went from 100 viewer average to like 300 to 400 viewer average. But in the coming months from that, I grew more, which was awesome.
Was mom chill about that? How did that conversation go?
Well, it was my money. It wasn't her money. So she was like, okay, and I see that because I was making money as a VTuber in my V-Roid model, right? Like I made like maybe like the same amount as like a Little Caesars job a month, right? I was maybe more. So I still had money, you know? But it was like all the money that I had in my account that I had been spending over the course of 2 years, right? I was like model, lore video, everything else. So like the backgrounds, the music, the panel images, the emotes, the slime, the sub badges, literally everything I had to buy new, the alerts. It was a complete rebrand basically. And it kind of did work. And nowadays you debut and you don't get shit from it. Like the male model got me 10 new viewers, surprisingly. I can actually quantify how much debuts would get me now. Every time I debut, I will get 10 new viewers, exactly.
This platform has abysmal discovery, and I've learned because
it's VTubers, and I actually think it's VTubers doing it that have ruined debuts. So because so many of the bigger VTubers, and this isn't their problem, it's not a bad thing that they did this, but so many people that did have the money to debut multiple models over the course of like every month, right? Where some VTubers could debut a new model every month. They did debuts so often that now debuts don't mean shit to most people. Like for the community, it'll mean something, but now people will just go to the debut, watch it, and then leave. Like they won't be interested in watching a new person because there's so many VTubers now, and the debuts happen so often.
Oh, I mean, it's wild that people are doing whole new outfits just for like a video game sponsorship or something. And yeah, I learned that really quickly because I would get fixated once in a while on you know, VTubers that look like what I was trying to do and getting nervous about if like people would think I was trying to like copycat them or something. And then I realized really quickly, especially the bigger VTubers, they're going to lap me like 5, 6, 8 times by the time I debut. So I can't care. I just have to build what I'm building and follow my artistic vision and just trust that, you know, I'm making something for the reasons I'm making it. And I can't care if there's another VTuber out there that's fun. A cyberpunk with a popped collar, you know?
Yeah. Like I'm doing this because I wanted a male model and I thought it was really cool and I liked it. You know, I know people would like it too. I did want, and I said beforehand, I hope to get at least 10 viewers from the debut. And I did. That was the lowest expectation I could have. The exact lowest. So I was like, oh, dude, if I get like 1,000 viewers from this, that'd be awesome. Or 100, whatever. My lowest expectation was met, and I'm happy about it. I got 10 viewers from it.
Can I be vulnerable for a second about this?
You can be vulnerable. I will hold you. It's okay.
I don't talk about the money stuff a lot, but like I spent an enormous amount of money on my debut. And I knew that going in because I was hiring like someone who I consider to be like the best model artist in the fucking world. I know I'm biased. But I was going in to create something because like when I was studying my craft, everyone always tells you you've got to create your own art. You have to make your own work is the best way to like break into the industry. And I always sucked at that. I was never someone who could like pick up a camera and just like make a YouTube channel the way like, you know, someone like Markiplier can, you know, and so it often felt like I was waiting to be given permission to do the thing that I spent my whole life studying and that I was really good at, but I had like no agency over just being able to do it on my own. And then I found this, and for some reason, like there was like inspiration there. There was a fire under me to tell a story. And so while I was spending a lot of money for a creative vision and I was doing it primarily for myself, at a certain price point, it's kind of impossible not to be like, God, please let this turn into something.
That's totally
you know?
fine. That's a normal human reaction to want something out of these things. I'm not some fucking altruistic fucking saint that's doing all this for the creative passion of it. Obviously, I still want to fucking be able to do it for a job. Unfortunately for us as human beings, financial security is important. We don't just get to live.
Yeah, well, and so I had maybe like 65, 70 viewers typically when I debuted. And then the debut happened and I probably DM'd you. I asked everybody to help me signal boost it. I called in ask every favor I could. And at the debut, I was very fortunate. It's like a double-edged blade. Fruit and Giga both rated me.
I rated too.
You rated me as well.
That's cool. No, it's fine. I noticed that you didn't put me in there.
And so Joel and Giga and Fruit all rated me.
No, it's okay. It's fine. It's whatever.
and next thing I knew, I had like 4,000 people watching me. And that's really cool. But then also, because I'm really analytical in the back of my mind, I'm like, cool. So I can't trust any of the numbers from this debut to give me any indication whatsoever about how my channel is going to be doing from here on out.
If it makes you feel better, every debut I've ever had, I think, has been 2,000 viewers. I don't think I've ever gone above 2K for my debuts. And I don't, you can't really trust any of the numbers because it will peter down, right? So like after I debuted the male model, I think I was a 1K Andy for like a week before it finally died down and went back to normal. But when it does die down, you notice that the base level of the wave is still a little bit higher than it was before.
It's a little higher.
Which is good.
It's a little higher. I was in my feelings a little bit. And so like at a certain point it mellowed back out to maybe like 130. And I was like, there was a moment where I was like, cool, I've failed.
It's not, that's why you got to temper those expectations. You got to be like, I want 10 viewers.
I know. But you know what I did? And listen, this is not going to work for everybody. There's a lot of factors at play, including luck. But I started to think about all those evergreen YouTube videos who talk about how you have to have shorts and content on other platforms. And I hated that. I never wanted to do that. But I finally decided, fuck it. And I started working with an editor and started getting some shorts up on other platforms. And for whatever reason, at least in my case, it's actually been a huge difference maker. And being able to put shorts on other platforms has taken me from that 130 up to like damn near 400 some nights. And it's just from that. And I know that that's not going to be everyone's story, but it's insane to me. And the most gratifying part of it is that people will come in and say they found you there. So it's not like you're spending the money on an editor, for instance, and you're like, I don't know if this is helping. Like people come in and they're like, hey, I saw your short on Instagram. And I'm like, yes, it's working. Yes. You know?
You're talking to the right person for this.
It is the best like pat on the back that I made. I done did the good decision for my brand.
My chat here, you know what? We'll do this. Chat, type 1 if you found me through a short or a TikTok or some kind of clip. It is there you go. Yeah, it's you can see right here if you're watching this in the future too. It's an overwhelming majority. Not many people find me through Twitch or collabs. It's an overwhelming majority of people found me through other things like clips. That being said, it goes up and down. Clips, especially YouTube Shorts specifically, it is like some months my YouTube Shorts will be like consistently like 1 million views, 100,000 views, etc., etc. Other months it'll be like 10K views for 6 months. It's a weird like up and down. Last year I had 6 months where every short would get like 100K views. Then it went down to 10K views, and then it would go back to 100K views. And it's like YouTube occasionally gives me like a summer boost where they're like, here you go, here's a bunch of views. And then in 4 months we're gonna take it away again. It's really silly.
That's incredible, though. I've had maybe one or two in like the 1 to 200,000. I've had one hit 1 million, which was insane. But most of them are like 10 or 20K often. And and there's room for growth. Like I only put up one short a week. And right now I'm in like the strategy, like I'm thinking about how all of my shorts are from my just chatting segment. And a lot of people show up usually when I'm playing a game. So I should probably introduce like a second shorts day that's gameplay. So people have like an expectation of like what they're actually going to get when they show up.
That's very organized. We just kind of get whatever fucking clip we can. We upload, I don't know if anyone actually knows this. We upload, I think 4 shorts a week, 4 to 5. It's every other day we upload a short. So like, let's say it would be Monday, then it would be Wednesday, then it would be Friday, then it would be Sunday, right? So it's around 4 a week. So every other.
Do you edit yourself?
I used to, but not anymore. Holy fuck. I remember I never got anywhere when I was editing myself. The highest I ever got when doing it myself, I think, was a Five Nights at Freddy's clip where I was making fun of the game for just being bad. It was the security breach game. So that was a while ago. And then the very first editor I ever had, whose name is Ollie. He doesn't work with us anymore. But the first fucking clip ever, literally ever, it was a test clip that I was sent. The first clip I got an editor to do got 1 million. And then I was like,
Holy
okay,
shit.
I should probably have an editor from now on. And
God damn.
there was a little bit of a renaissance where a lot of my stuff was blowing up, but it never like stayed. It never lasted. So now it's just an up and down. It's almost like there's a cooldown. Like I used my ultimate and I get a bunch of views, and then the ultimate is on a cooldown for 6 months, and then it comes back again, and then I get a bunch of views. It's weirdly seasonal.
It's like you said, though. I mean, your baseline, though, is incredibly high. And I mean, look at you. I know you're probably not looking, but you're doing great as far as...
I refuse to look.
As far as
I will
your
get
viewership
depressed.
goes.
I get depressed, dude. My goal is I wanted to be a 1K Andy by the end of next year. Or at least 700 average by the end of this year. But like, I have not looked at viewership in the last 3 months because if I look, I get depressed. Even if it's high
I hope
or
I get
low.
to 500 at some point. 500 is the number that I'm looking at right now.
You can look at the number as long as I'm not looking at it ever. Like, I'm not allowed to look at it or else it will actively affect how I act in my streams. And you'll hear me. I'll be like, oh, but it'd be really cool if I could hit the, and I'll talk about it. And I'm like, shut the fuck up, dude. Nobody cares. Start streaming. Like, stay.
Honestly, though.
Put on the fucking baby monitor.
To that end, and I've wondered at this sometimes, you make some of the most encouraging, like reassuring
tweets.
Content on Twitter. And it's always like what I need to hear. And I'm sure this goes for a lot of other people, what I need to hear right when I need to hear it to kind of just put things into perspective and ground me and help me like kind of remember the big picture and keep enjoying this. And I figure, tell me if I'm wrong, but I figure you're kind of saying it to yourself as much as you're saying it to all of us.
Those are my vent tweets. Every time I tweet out a vent tweet, everyone replies to it like, dude, thanks. I'm like, what do you mean, thank you? I'm crying over here. You're fucking talking to a drowning man and saying, oh, dude, thank you so much for this tweet. I love how grounded you are. It's so cool that you're like saying this in a way to help others. No, fuck you. I'm drowning. Send help. I'm going to die.
No, I totally understand that. I get that.
To give you an example, not to cut you off, but for chat so they understand truly. I will sometimes be going through it where I'm like, man, I've not been doing that well lately. Like, we're not getting any new viewers. And if we do get new viewers, they're not staying, yada, yada. Like, we're not getting any in. I feel like a failure. I don't feel like my content's funny. And I'll post a tweet saying like, man, views are a little low lately, but that doesn't mean anything because it's important that we blah, blah, blah. We continue to make the content that we enjoy because you never know when somebody might be watching it in the future as a YouTube video or it's content that you could reuse in the future. So don't feel bad on yourself if there's not a lot of people watching because you could always make that into other types of content that could still be good and used, right? Or like, hey, there's a lot less people watching nowadays. Don't be too down on yourself. There's a lot of things going on in the world that have people being busy with their real life. So it's not you. I'll say shit like that, right? Because I don't want to make a vent tweet that ends on me being depressed. I want it to have like some kind of positive spin on it so I don't feel like a piece of shit when I'm tweeting.
So you're just doing affirmations on Twitter.
Yes, it's affirmation for my fucking self, dude. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna die.
You're like in the mirror going like, you're beautiful. You are enough. You are loved.
It's 18 inches. Don't let them lie to you. It is 18 inches. Shut up. Don't let them lie to you.
I know, and it helps. I mean, it just goes to show you that a lot of us are all going through the same things.
And it's helped give me perspective. I think I remember one of the ones I remember was, God, I want to say it was Silk Song, where you had said, like, just keep in mind, like, this is a really story-driven song. So even though it's like the new hotness,
Yes.
a lot of
Everybody's
people
playing Silk
don't
Song.
want to be spoiled. So don't be
Yes.
surprised if your number's a little lower. That helped me. And now, you know, I don't sweat that when people come in and they're like, hey, I want to play this too, so I can't be here tonight. I'm like, yo, bet. I totally understand.
That's a good example. I made a tweet when Silk Song came out telling people, hey, it's not that you're a bad streamer, but everyone is wanting to play Silk Song for themselves because it's a highly anticipated game. So if you stream it, don't expect a lot of viewers. There's going to be a lot less people watching you for that.
And you know, you can't always please everybody. It's like I say, I'm always playing different games, but it's always me. But I also have come to terms with, and I accept that, like, hey, I'm playing Grounded. There are big spiders in this game. I totally get it if you can't be here for this. It's a big narrative game. I totally get it if you want to play it for the first time for yourself. Like, it's totally fine. I understand. I'm never going to hold that against everybody.
Will see me playing a 40-year-old game, and they're like, I gotta go. I don't want to be spoiled. And I'm like, I'm going to strangle you. You should have played this years ago. Why are you leaving? This is 30 years old. Spoilers my ass.
Oh my God.
Happens a lot. You'd be surprised at these motherfuckers.
No, I mean, listen, they had to introduce me to Hollow Knight, like 8 years later?
I have not. So I played Hollow Knight, and it was before my VOD channel. So there's a lot of games that I played that aren't archived, so I just need to replay them again for stream. So like Hollow Knight's one of them. I've avoided spoilers for Silk Song, 100%. I need to replay Subnautica and Hollow Knight, and I've avoided spoilers for Subnautica 2 and Silk Song. So I am perfectly in the clear to play it when I finally get a chance. I also haven't done the Elden Ring DLC. Yeah.
Are you someone who typically loves to jump? Like, do you try to jump on the latest, greatest, like the moment it's out, or no?
No. I refuse because I know nobody's going to fucking watch me. So I wait like 8 months or 9 months until I play it. So that way everyone's like in the seat so they can be like, oh, I'll come watch you play this. I refused to play Silk Song when it came out. I was like, fuck you. None of you bitches are going to watch me if I play it when it comes out. So I'm going to wait like a year until I play it. That's why I haven't played it yet. I run in the opposite direction of new releases, bro. I'm playing fucking Pokemon Coliseum from 2009. Like,
you catch everyone on like their nostalgia arc where they're like, oh man, Lies of P, I remember that. I'll stop by.
I played Wind Waker this week, bro. I'm back in 2002 while everyone's like in 2026 playing God of War.
I go back and forth. Some games I jumped right on Mina, but a lot of games I usually get to super late because I'm very like, I do super completionist runs when I play things. And I know some content creators, like, they want to keep moving through content. So they'll play like the Mass Effect trilogy and like they'll finish a Mass Effect game in a week. And I'm like, how? Meanwhile, I'll look up a game and it'll be like, oh, you know, like Signalis is a perfect example where I looked it up and they're like, oh, it's like a 6 hour. Yeah, lesbians. It's a 6 hour. God. You're one of them. Jesus Christ.
What? Is the game not about lesbians? I haven't played it yet.
Misfit. People are like,
I'm
going to hit broad topics. You and my fucking community. I swear to God, people will be like, what's Signalis about? I'm like, oh my God, it's about this like post-apocalyptic, it's like this wartime. And they're like, and they're lesbians. And I'm like, and it's about this girl who's trying to find herself in the world and she's not sure where her place is.
So she's
she
not
goes
a lesbian?
exploring and they're like, and they're lesbians. And I'm like, no, but then she goes on this mission where, and I don't want to spoil it, but she goes on this mission where like this happens. So is she a lesbian or not, Melly? And Misfits are like, and they kiss. And I'm like, no, but it's existential because she's trying to like prove to the world that she has meaning. And they're like, and they dance.
Hey, why do you hate gay people so much, huh? Why are you so anti-pride? Are they not lesbians or are they?
Listen,
are they lesbian or not? Why do you hate them? Why do you hate women?
I like girls kissing. Sometimes I get to be a girl's kissing, but I'm still gonna ask if the game's fucking good. You know, like if you're like, there's a lesbian in it, that doesn't mean that it's a good game with a good story.
The question, Mel, are they lesbians or not?
They're definitely lesbians.
Thank you.
But that's such a small part of the narrative.
Not to lesbians, it's not. That's important for them.
I mean, you can make your Orpheus parallels and it's, you know, soulmates and I don't want to spoil it for you, but there's just
they're small,
but it also goes to show you like what we latch onto. And it's interesting, like when you talk about media, movies or games that you like and what drove it home for you. And I don't know what this says about me. This is probably something that I should keep between like me and my hypothetical therapist. But I really connect to people who feel kind of lost in the world, trying to find themselves, who aren't certain if they, you know, if there's a reason for them to be there, if they have meaning. Like those are the stories that usually like tear me in half, you know, or love lost kind of stories. But I don't know, the romance stuff doesn't hit me the same way. I think we all just kind of like, there's some aspect of our own personal, like individual trauma that makes us latch onto different types of stories. So I barely noticed the kissing girls. I was too like in my, like having a dark night of the soul, like exploring my own self-worth while I was playing the video game.
I've not played it. I also understand that there's a lot of games that I really like who where I will play it and I fall in love with it, but it's not necessarily something that I can latch onto myself. So I've lived a very secular life inside my own little home, being a little hermit. So a lot of the games that I play that I latch onto are stuff that are dripping in like depression and melancholy. So it's more of a vibe kind of thing that I latch onto rather than anything specific storytelling wise.
I think there'll be aspects of Signalis that you really like then. Especially as you dive deeper into one of the characters' stories. Like I saw a lot of myself in her and the way that she thinks about herself and her place in the world.
I forgot the original question that we had. Hello, Raiders.
Fuck.
We're doing Porcelain Parlor with Mel.
Hello, Raiders. Welcome.
What's my rating? Welcome to the stream, Raiders. Hope you're having a nice night. Thanks for coming by. My name's Porcelain Guard. I used to be a sexy sack of... No, I fucked it up. I used to be a bodacious babe before I died and my soul got trapped inside the body of an even sexier male doll. Follow for 3 months free from period. Did you just hate something?
No, I was waving.
Oh, follow for 3 months
But
free
if you
from period
follow right
pains.
now, guaranteed your tonsils will go from here
You gained three inches to your dick size. That's what it. I don't know where the tonsils came from.
Your sinuses will shrink from
What the fuck? What is this?
here.
What is this promo?
from here to
Excuse me?
Colodactor.
Jesus, you can keep the tonsils, bro. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. I like that though. Like I said, I play a lot of story games that I
Your
really
penis
enjoy.
will grow, but your foreskin will stay the same.
Is that your doctor's opinion?
Whenever I spoof you, I try to make it as weird as possible. I'm sorry.
Jesus Christ. Well, I don't know where you got that from. Oh my God.
Joel, the people want to know. The people want to know how many people
18 inches.
that you've interacted with. No, how many people that you've interacted with directly rip your shticks?
Everyone. If you've ever heard
You have
somebody
very
say big
memorable
love,
shticks.
if you've ever heard somebody say big love, that's from me.
Big love.
Yeah.
I stole that from you.
That is my thing. If you ever hear somebody say big love, that's for me. If you ever heard somebody say, this is so sad, can we get 5 gifted subs? That's for me. I made that. That was co-opted by every other fucking streamer. This is so sad, can we get 5 gifted? That's me. I'm the one who said that.
And it's not, I mean, it may be an accident, but it's not unbeknownst to me. I know when I say big love, I know that I'm saying your thing. And I've
a lot
started
of people
saying
don't,
it now.
Dude. It doesn't even, it's not like it does anything for me. It's just like, yes, little known VTuber starts biggest trend in the world and gets nothing from it. I feel like the guy who made the back room sometimes. Where's my cut of the fucking thing, dude? Where's my cut from this?
Can there be royalties on catch?
Only one I want royalties on is the fucking 5 gifted subs one, seeing as how many people fucking throw it out there.
But if I can be so freaking wholesome for a second,
yeah,
I look at a lot of the people that I look up to and admire, and I take lots of notes. You know, it's like the great artists steal, good artists copy, great artists steal. I feel like a lot of the things that I do, from like storytelling, things that I did in my lore, to like design elements, to like the way that I interact with my community, and like the way that I like grow my community, and like and foster like, you know, well, you know, the kind of energy that I foster in my space. I feel like it all goes back to to like looking at the people that I look up to, who I see as people that are doing it right. And I take notes, dude.
I'm pretty happy with my community. I will say one of the things that I focused on throughout the years, because when I first started streaming, back when I was an Overwatch and art streamer, was that I did not have a community. I had a bunch of people that watched and they didn't watch anyone else. They didn't give a shit. They didn't care. They weren't like attached or anything. They just kind of watched. And then as I started streaming, I was like, I'm going to make a community. Like, I want a group of people that have an identity that they can identify as, and they have a place where they can hang out with other people and they can make friends, and that's kind of what I aimed for. So we have a pretty good tight community, I think. And I honestly, I'm not trying to brag, but I think a lot of people don't have that, where they have a community mascot and everything, but it's not like where they can make friends. It's just like they go to there and then they leave, and then they don't. It stays in that stream. It doesn't go out of that stream. But I have a community that, like, outside of stream, they are still a blockhead, right? They're a blockhead in the stream, but also outside the stream, they can still be like a part of the community, like a blockhead.
Mm-hmm.
It's so weird saying that, because
I love when we have
such
people from other communities come in. And I know that I've got like a lot of geckos in my community. I've got a lot of blockheads. I've got some of Giga's army.
No, I wouldn't want them to go into somebody's chat and be like, hi, I'm a blockhead. You know, I don't want them to do that. Whenever you're in somebody else's chat, you are now a part of their community, I assume.
Well, but it's like I'll get like a little like animated, like, you know, emote. Gecko waving emote. Yeah. And I'm like, I know who you watch.
That's cute. That's cute. I like that. I like when they use the emotes. As long as they're not like obnoxious about it, I think it's the important part. I see blockhead emotes in the wild.
There's certainly a lot of like toxic ways that this could manifest, but I do think a lot of people that create like positive, caring spaces in this community are, maybe it comes from a vulnerability of some sort, but it manifests in like a really like grounded honesty. Like, and I feel like people probably sense that you're very grounded and human and open and honest with your community, even when you're struggling with things. And I think that people see that and they appreciate that. And I've had people tell me similar things that, like, I get worried that I'm sharing too much of what's going on in my head, and I hope I'm not being too negative. And then my community will surprise me with the fact that that's one of the reasons they like watching me, is that I am emotionally honest with them, you know?
God.
And I'm not just a facade. I'm not just an act masked on all the time.
Hey, man, it's cool to be honest, but sometimes you got to watch what you're being on. I've got NDAs, and I also have maybe almost like said my entire fucking like taxes on stream. Like,
okay, don't dox yourself. Don't break NDA. Don't trauma dump.
There's a limit to your honesty. Don't tell your chat how much you make a year. Don't tell them what you pay in taxes. Don't tell them like anything specific.
Yeah, sure. Okay. There are some limitations. I'll give you that.
Don't
tell them the funny little numbers on the back of your credit card.
I fucking would.
I have doxed myself a few times by accident on stream.
You know, one of the worst things about becoming a streamer online is finding out that you probably have gone to a lot of old local only stores. There is a grocery store that sometimes I go to that is very localized, and I almost have said it on stream 1 billion times until I finally found out, oh, this shit's local, dude. So now I can't say anything when I'm ordering food or doing anything. Like, I can't say where it's from unless I'm confirmed that you can get other places.
It's okay. Well, I'm very forthcoming about the fact that I'm in Los Angeles, but I have thought about the fact that, like, I probably need to be a little bit more vague about where I'm going to get what, because someone's going to triangulate and be like, okay, where is there a blah, blah, blah ramen place next to this fast food place next to, like, someone's going to figure that shit out.
You got to be careful, man. You got to be careful. We need a button that lets moderators mute the streamer sometimes.
God. Yeah, I feel like mine would use it for evil, but sometimes
it'd be funny.
I remember really early on, I was like years and years and years ago, I was testing OBS because I had never streamed before, and I thought it would be kind of cool because I don't know, like fantasized about, streamer. And no one was watching. There were 0 people there. Apparently, like, my one friend from Discord was watching. And when you're not really doing it, like, you're not taking it seriously, I kind of just forgot that I was live, and I started to bring up like Amazon to like buy something, and my friend gets in Discord because of course I'm also just in a public Discord channel. I'm such a professional, and my friend jumps in Discord and he's like, Mel, stop, Mel, stop. No one was watching anyway, but like, thanks for looking out.
Oh my God.
Friends.
Dude, it's a dangerous life to live, especially with Twitter too. You can't show Twitter anymore because sometimes Twitter will just show you fucking. It'll just be like, "Here's your local news network," and I'm like, "Fuck you, Twitter, die."
Oh God, I run dual PC, and like the whole part of the whole point of that, aside from performance, is my second PC is like everything's logged out other than like Twitch, and yet sometimes, you know, like I can't go to Amazon because I'll go to Amazon and it's fully logged out, but they're trying to be so fucking helpful. And so even though I'm logged out, it'll be like, hey, we sense that you're near this street at this zip code. And I'm like, thanks, Jeff. Appreciate it, Jeff. I was logged out for a reason, Jeff.
We'd like to dox you. I think you live here. Is that helpful? Would you like more?
Thanks, guys. Yeah, fucking. It's
Let us know if this is good.
Hard.
Rate us 1 to 10. Here's our AI chatbot if you need any help.
I've been very fortunate not to have had any scares, but I know that it like genuinely only takes one, and you really can't be safe enough.
Yeah, I get it. I actually wanted to ask you did you ever think about doing any kind of voice acting work in your streams? Like, have you ever thought about inputting it somehow into your streams so you can like kind of have the best of both worlds for your audience?
Are we talking like
events,
like when Matara has
gaming.
Like it's a gift sub?
No, I mean that's cute too, but like in general, like have you ever thought about doing it for any events? Like maybe you'll like do we're gonna do a big voice acting thing. I mean you said it earlier with the
aside from Ace Attorney.
Yeah, aside from Ace Attorney.
Actually,
have you ever thought about anything?
Fun fact, and I will certainly do this at some point, and we could certainly talk about it. But something that's been a dream of mine for a long time, and I just have never gotten to a place where either I was like financially stable enough to do this myself. Because I'm still in that place sometimes where like there's so much I want to do and so much I want to give back, but I'm still trying to like pay my own rent, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But I thought it'd be really cool once for like sometime for like a charity stream to do like a No Sleep Till Brooklyn style stream where we like pick an Ace Attorney case. And I have a ton of VA friends on one stream and we cast it. And everyone has their own role, and we just go through the whole story together.
That'd be kind of
cool.
cool.
As long as it takes, raising money for something.
That would be really cool. I actually really like that as an idea. Those are like 8-hour games, but yeah, that's awesome.
It would be a long stream. I mean, that's part of the point. You know, it's like when people do like their 24-hour like Mario streams to raise money for something.
That'd be sick, dude. Especially because
I think it'd be a lot of fun.
If you could do the first opening case, I think that would be really good because the opening cases are the most short and like dedicated. I will say, I feel like every third case in an Ace Attorney game has been bad. Every time I've played an Ace Attorney game, I've always hated the third case. I don't know what it is. The third case.
Yeah, there's usually like a filler in the middle.
It always fucking sucks.
Circus case.
I fucking hate the third case. It always pisses me off. The rule of Ace Attorney is the third episode is always the fucking worst because the third case is always like some random bullshit.
What, you're saying you don't like that clown in the fucking circus one?
Which one? The one with the tits or the other clown?
The big guy.
Yeah.
Who gives a really bad joke and then he goes, aha, 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 aha.
I didn't like that one. I didn't like the one with the little blind boy where they're like, the blind boy shot somebody. How? He's blind, you stupid idiot. He's like fucking 3 feet tall.
And carried like a 6'5"
shotgun. He's like a shotgun
up
too.
To a stage.
Yeah, and it's like, are you fucking stupid? Where's the logic in this that this fucking 4-year-old shot a gun that would blow his arm off and then also carried somebody up the stairs while being blind? Fuck you, stupid bullshit, dumb fucking case. I hated that case so much.
I think that could be a lot of fun. But also, I felt a little FOMO back during COVID. A bunch of my actor friends would get on, and like, I'm just not a self-starter with this shit sometimes. And a lot of my friends would get on stream and just like read a play. And they would do these like readings once a week. And I never did them. And I had so much FOMO about it.
Oh my God. That reminds me, the first ever time I fully collabed with Amelie and Sayu was I had them read a book that I wrote when I was 16. I wrote an isekai book and I had them read through it with me. I fucking forgot about that, dude. Oh my God. That was the first time. That was a great stream. I should have made a video out of that. I wrote a full like 27-page book.
Is it good?
I thought it was decent, but everyone made fun of me. I liked it.
All I needed because like I have shit that I wrote in like 3rd grade and it's like, you know, and she picked up the sword which had a diamond on the pommel and it was flaming, but it was blue flame instead of red flame. So it wasn't one of those.
I thought it was good. No, I did well. I thought it was good. I wrote a magic system. I thought it was cool. And everyone was flaming me. It was not a self-insert. It was not a self. They kept saying self-insert because the main character was a guy. And I'm like, that is not a self-insert. But I wrote it.
Testicles must be Joel.
I had Amma and Sayu voice the entire thing, and I titled it "Voice Actors Read My Fan Fiction." That's probably why they thought it was a self-insert, because I wrote down the title as fan fiction to get more clicks.
I would be so down for something like that. Yeah, and I want to do my thing. I think that would be really fun. I think I like being able to marry the two things that I love doing in this space. And it's part of why I took the lore video I did as seriously as I did. It was my directorial debut. It was the first time writing like an original screenplay. And then, hey, listen, I love Amma and Cyan. They're both incredibly talented and they voice everything in VTuber space. So I made a concerted effort to bring in just about everyone I worked with on my lore video had never done anything in VTuber space before. And like they were all super prolific actors, just never anything VTuber, you know?
I noticed that. I was like, that's really fucking cool. I like when I saw it, I was like, oh my God, these are all like voice actors I've heard before. This is sick.
I'm already thinking about like, shit, okay, who should I get for upcoming recurring characters? Do I need to one-up myself for next time?
Don't do things to one-up yourself. Do things to improve what you already have. So like, my second lore video is getting color scripted by an actual like artist that works in the industry, which is already a big improvement total wise. And it's the first time I'm actually digging into the deep lore of my character of PorcelainMaid. Not me, not Joel. Fuck Joel. Joel's not a part of it. It's PorcelainMaid. So I'm really excited for this, where I finally get to reveal the doll and like what came before me, which is the main whole stuff.
And you've often leaned into like a sort of like classical, like almost like watercolory kind of aesthetic that I think is really cool.
That's
common
different
in the space.
Those are what you're thinking of is the alt lore video. So that's like the bikini lore video and the blockhead lore video. Those were more cutesy because the person I got for it was more cutesy. This is completely different. This next lore video, and as you can see from the male model lore video where it's like painted, right? We're going more into that for the most part.
I think that's what I meant though. Like I like the medium. It's really cool. It's an uncommon medium to see lore videos in.
I thought you meant the cute ones specifically because I remember them having a very specific watercolor.
No, I loved this one too.
Well, thank you. We're remaking for the 2.0. We're remaking my original lore video with the same artist that did the male model lore video, which I'm excited about. And you can see in what I just sent you. That's the 2.0 lore video. That's like half of the frames. That's the monster lore video, which is my second canon one.
That is so cool.
Right? Color scripting.
Project managing sit like that is intense, isn't it?
Yeah.
I was not ready for how much of a full-time job project managing a debut was going to be.
It's a pain in the fucking ass. I'm making a video game, man. Like, this is a pain in the ass. All of it's a pain in the ass. Being a director is a pain in the ass. Doing anything's a pain. I just want to, dude, can I be real with you? Sometimes, I just want to be a streamer that just hits the start stream button and doesn't do any prep. Like, I don't have a schedule. I don't tell you anything. I don't do anything outside of the stream. I don't make videos. I don't do shit. I just hit start stream. I say hi. I'm doing the most lazy, stupid shit possible. Not to call out some streamers. There are some streamers that literally just hit the start button. They don't do anything else. They have no other talent. They don't do anything else. Sometimes I kind of want to do that. Sometimes I kind of want to like give up on all the extra stuff that I do and just do like hit start, no schedule, no nothing, no video. Why are you making the face? Do you think I'm talking about you? You do shit.
That sounds like you're describing my streams, although I know I'm doing a lot behind the scenes.
What are you fucking talking about? We just talked about all the shit that you do. What are you wipe that fucking face off your face, dude.
Listen, I do a lot of creation behind the scenes, but I've always said that like the thing I'm the best at is being consistent and showing up and putting on a good show. But like I don't often have like a curriculum like you do. Like I show up not knowing what I'm going to talk about until I get there, not knowing what I'm going to play half the time until I get there. But then, yeah, I am making cool art behind the scenes that I want to be able to share with my community. But like for the show itself, a lot of my show is like flying by the seat of my pants.
Well, improv is different, right? Like, I mean, like, sometimes it'd be nice if in another life I was simply somebody who just hit start, talked to people, and then ended stream, and that was it. And there was on and off. But no, I like doing all the creative aspects. I like art, I like directing, I like making things, and it's a part of my passion. But sometimes it would be nice to just relax occasionally.
I love how much you love lore, because I love lore, and something that I've wanted to do and that I hope I can do going forward, finance permitting, is I want the lore, the story to drive most of my decisions. Listen, no disrespect to someone who like wants to be a mermaid suddenly out of nowhere, but like a lot, there are a lot of lore videos where a lot of creators decide they want to be something and then they'll find some really quick story beat to make it make sense. Oh, they're a werewolf now. What's the lore video? They saw a shiny rock and they picked it up and now they're a werewolf.
I think more people should just embrace the whole alternate universe thing. That way they can just make a bunch of things. Like, it's much easier than trying to mash everything into one universe. Like, my nun model, alt universe. Makes it so much simpler.
My outfits to all come from story. I want my...
You can make a story for those alt universes. You can just be like you, but something else happened.
You could do that. Here's how dumb I get, though. Like, I travel through space and time. Multi-dimensional bounty hunter, and yet I didn't want a long hair toggle because that seemed unrealistic.
What?
So all of my hair toggles are things I could realistically do with my current hair.
What?
Despite the fact that I travel through space-time.
Why? Because you were worried that a toggle... Oh, I'm sorry. The toggle of your clothes
to be story
disappearing...
continuity.
No.
There needs to be continuity.
Your clothes disappearing is fine, but you growing hair is the line?
Yes.
What?
And if I debut a casual outfit, I'm not saying that it'll do it this way. I may not be able to afford to do it this way, but I want it to tie into like a lore video or a story moment where you see me in that outfit, and then that becomes the outfit on the video. If I suddenly have a new power or I grow a tail or something, okay, no, that's not. I have the obligatory cat ears. That's just a VTuber thing. But
oh yeah, come on, let's not. No, I don't have cat ears.
But if I have something else like that, I want it to be because of something that happens in the story that I'm telling. I like that continuity. That makes sense to me. Shit, can I tell you about something I wanted to do? And if you steal this, that's totally fine. If you've already done this, that's fine. I'm probably still going to do it later when I can afford it.
Yes, go ahead.
Something I wanted to do. So I have this bedroom space that's very, very messy. I've told my community this, so it's not like a secret or anything. And I just couldn't afford the following. I wanted to have so many different toggles for like bedroom states, like bed made, bed not made, like Chinese food out on the table, like pizza, like floor clean, floor messy, because I wanted it to feel like an organic space, like lived in, that changed day to day, like I was just like a real person you were interacting with in this VTuber land. And I still want to do that someday because I love that organicness of it. It's one of the reasons I love the toggles I'm using right now. Vampire likes to be out at night. So when I do daytime streams, I can make my background day and I make myself look like I just fell out of the ocean. When it's night, I get a little bit more vibrant. That's all kind of like part of my continuity, you know?
I try to be realistic, right? So I try to be a little bit realistic with everything, not in a way of like realistic to the series or the universe, but like, I know I'm not going to use the fucking toggles if I have. So the most I can do is, if I want something similar to that, what I have is the ability to do, so like if we go back to the mansion, right, I can just change the color and then I'll put the lighting on for myself, which is not as good as a full toggle, but also it's a lot easier money wise than doing a whole thing for it, if that makes sense.
Oh, it looks good though. I like that. I've got 4. I've got day and night, because I have a window so you can tell. Day and night, and then I have rain and shine, and I can toggle those individually. And then I've done little like cutesy things where like my sword and my gun are in the background, but if I toggle them, they come out of the background.
That is cool. You know, it's just that I don't have a fucking background artist. The one thing that I will do that is similar to what you're saying is that I wanted to get an architectural layout for my actual mansion. So I wanted to get a full architectural layout of all the rooms in the house, and then also like an outside version of it, which is a little bit. You're laughing. It's on the deep end, and it wouldn't show too much, but it would help a lot when commissioning people for future backgrounds. And I think it would make people a little bit more interested, so they can just like, because people like building stuff in Minecraft too, right? Then it would help with fan art, so stuff like that.
No, I'm not laughing because I think it's silly. Oh, I'm actually laughing because I had a conversation like this with one of my artists. Okay, so my ending screen is me sitting on my bed looking out the window, and there's a moment where a drone goes by and flashes the inside of the room, and I forget if this is a work in progress or not. It's not going to make sense in context. I'll send it to you. This is like the reflection that flashes by as the light passes the window, and you're welcome to show it if you like. I think you're in there. I think I asked you. I forget if I asked your permission or not, but I think you're in there. Yeah, you're in there. And as part of a conversation, my artist for this asked me what the rest of my room looked like. And I was like, what? Huh? Huh? And so I made myself, God, please let me find this in like under 30 seconds. I made a little diagram of like what the floor plan, like the apartments.com floor plan of my bedroom looked like.
You fucking, that's so silly.
Because I'd never thought about, you see your one angle for the start, what is it, for the bedroom, and you see it in the starting soon screen too, but you have like your one angle of the bedroom. I don't know what's in front of the camera. Yeah, here it is. You're gonna love this. I've got like this little like my little cuck bathroom.
Well, okay, let's not call it the cuck room. Jesus Christ. I just realized the pose you had me in is what do you have 17 whatever. I have you 4 iron.
All the dokies.
The pose you have me in is the lore pose that I have when I wake up. That's cool.
Yeah, can you name everybody in there?
I see Giwi, Haruka, Lily, me, Buff Pup, Giga, Matara, Merryweather, Fruit, Candy, Alpha Aniki, Niamoka, Katie Cat, Iron Mouse ×3, Siren, I think Renslayer, Ellie, Vexoria, and I thought that was Onigiri, but I don't think that is on the top left.
It is.
Oh, it is Giri. Okay, then yeah, I can name everyone except for the person next to Mary. And the person next to Lily.
Baron Warts. And that is Churchy, who does these adorable little concerts on Twitch every couple of days.
I got most of them then.
Beautiful voice. Yeah, I'm really happy with how that came out.
And
I
then
love
these ones. Are these the people that helped you make your lore video or the art? Because the person on the right.
Oh, they're my friends.
Oh, the person on the right kind of looks like the little chibi on the right. Oh my God, why does it look familiar? The character.
Oh, interesting. The whole thing, you can see that in my normal background, but the whole thing is they're kind of like my earliest friends in the space. So it's Yura, it's Miss Doctor, it's Jelly Donut, it's Shion Lee, and it's Maria, Komaria.
Oh, that's why I recognize them. Yeah.
I don't think Maria is in there from this angle, but she's in there in the background.
I do know I do know them. I do know those names actually. What the fuck? I don't think I know.
I did a lot of stupid little things in my background. Like my background has a bunch of little Easter eggs in it that are just like people that inspired me when I was, and encouraged me when I was doing my thing. So I've got pictures with all those friends, and I based all the poses for the photos on like images from K-On! Because I love K-On! I've got Zentreya's figure. I've got Vox Akuma's movie poster. We sort of invented like Girl DM's video game.
Oh yeah, the Girl DM game.
Yeah, the one that she plays, or she just changed it, but she played at the start of her streams. I have like the cartridge for it. So it's like I own that game as well.
God, dude. There's so much to add to every fucking community. It's just so cool. I'm glad that you like the same things that I like. I've noticed that from like this entire conversation that we've had today, where there's a lot of similarities in the things that we enjoy. That being said, I think you kind of ran through all my questions like immediately at the start of the stream, so it's just been tangents this entire time. Those are all my backup questions.
It's been fun.
Fucking, of course it's been fun. What do you mean? I hope it's been fun. You wouldn't be on the stream if I didn't find you fun. Have some confidence.
I have wanted
Jesus
to
Christ.
do this for so long. I think I told you this, and then you didn't answer. I don't know if I made you uncomfortable, but I was like, I just want you to know, and I mean it. I've wanted to do this for a long time, so it really means a lot.
Did you ask to be on Porcelain Parlor before?
I didn't ask. I wouldn't ask, but I was very touched when you asked me.
Oh wait, that's really sweet. No,
there's
of course,
part of
dude.
me. There's part of me, and I know that this is like, it's such a dumb way to say this, but like, there's part of me that's like, I've done Porcelain Parlor now. I'm real.
Do not give me legitimacy. Do not give this fuck ass stream legitimacy,
I'm a
dude.
VTuber now.
Half of the time I come up to this with nothing prepared and I'm like, I'm just gonna improv this entire stream. You cannot give this legitimacy in any way. It'll go to my ego.
I was so momentarily intimidated when we hopped on call together because I'm very different when I'm not live. So we hop on call and Joel's already on. So the call starts and I'm like, hey, how's it going? I just got coffee. And he's like, how are you doing today? Why do you sound so tired? And I'm like, because I'm not live. What, why are we acting?
You were like, are you streaming right now? I'm like, no. I'm just
you
prepping.
Sound like you're live.
Well, yeah, the reason is that I just got through this is gonna date this if it becomes a video. So the one thing that it was is that I have I had a whole week marathon of streams, right? I just did 4 streams in a row, basically 5 streams in a row actually, and today is like my last stream of the week, so I should be really tired. But I was like, I don't want to go into this stream tired. I don't want to go into this stream with no energy. That's rude to my guest. So I immediately started, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna get my shit together, and we're gonna go into it with as much energy as we can to get you to like vibe up, because I know a lot of people are like chameleons where they'll match whatever energy they're given. And I specifically said to you, you don't need to match my energy, but I'm going to bring in energy. That way, at least it has like a level up for everyone in the room, right? Everyone who's watching will be able to feel that, you know? And I think that's important for me. Like, I want you to be comfortable, but I also want to make sure that I'm giving an energy that shows I'm excited to be here and I'm excited to have somebody on as a guest.
I appreciate that, and I think that that's very perceptive. Perceptive. I think that I can be a bit of a chameleon. I definitely match your energy. I've definitely taken things from you frequently. There are probably certain things I do on my stream that's like, yeah, that's such a Joel thing, and I do tend to match the people that I come on stream with. But it was very funny to me because I thought it was like that moment from Infinity War, the like, oh, we're using our made up names. I'm Spider-Man.
The only thing that was disgusting to me.
I was so low energy when I hopped in. I was just like, what's up, dude?
The only thing that bothered me, I can't believe you didn't take a shower for this. I'm not worth taking a shower for? Is that what this is? I'm worth a coffee, but not a shower?
I had that thought, though. Well, I wanted to be awake for you. But as a performer, I had that thought, like right before I hopped on call, I was like, oh shit, he's had steam. He takes this seriously. He's probably done like a vocal warm up. Fuck, I better like do some trills real quick.
No, I just know when to start my, like, it's not a vocal warm-up thing. I can just switch this on and off. Well, it's actually harder for me to switch this off because this is just me with adrenaline, right? This is me getting ready to excitedly do a stream, hang out with people. This is my social battery, honestly, you could say. But it's harder for me to turn this off to relaxation mode than it is to turn it on. Like, turning it on is easy. Turning it off is hard. I need like an hour of just like decompression so I can go back to normal.
If I meet you in person at some point, is this going to be the person that I'm meeting, or do you have different energy when you're behind the scenes?
No, this is when I say this is adrenaline, I literally am not lying to you. I get adrenaline from streaming. Like, I get adrenaline from streaming. I get excited. My voice goes up an octave. I talk faster. Because
some people like naturally have that, right? Like they naturally sound like they do in every context you hear them. I remember you telling a story once from, God, it might have been like the Vegas TwitchCon, where you mentioned like hanging out with your friends and like because you raised your voice to say something, people suddenly knew who you are.
Yeah.
I usually feel like someone when I'm not like in the context, I feel like people wouldn't recognize me because I have very, very different energy behind the scenes.
This will make YouTube chat feel left out, but I have an alt channel on Twitter or on Twitch, and I think you've been there before. I think you visited. I have an alt channel, and that's what I would normally sound like when I'm not streaming. That is my voice off stream. This is my voice when I'm streaming or I'm in a collab or I'm like in an excited day. Like if I'm going, honestly, I sound like this sometimes even when I'm going outside. If I'm like on a platform of any type, That's how I act. This is how I act. But on my alt channel is how I normally sound like if I was talking to like my mom or my dad, or I was like on a call with I say friend, I don't have IRL friends. If I was on a call with somebody, right? That's what I would normally sound like.
Doubt.
Doubt?
Pressing X to doubt.
What do you mean doubt?
You are charming as hell and everybody loves you.
Are you saying I'm not charming on my alt channel? I'm still charming.
No, I'm saying the notion that you don't have friends is fucking ridiculous.
Oh, no, I don't have IRL friends. I don't have IRL friends. I have friends. I don't have IRL friends. Nobody lives near me.
Okay.
That's it. I just don't have anyone nearby.
I've learned that's the arts thing. It's because we're in show business.
It's because I didn't like anyone in school, and that was the only chance I got to meet people. Go ahead.
Okay. I've learned to be on. This is literally like this week's YouTube short that like I've learned to be on when I need to be on, and so I can like fake being an introvert very well, and then I go home and I die.
Dude, I have to put a disclaimer on my alt channel that says, I'm not depressed, I just sound like this. This is just what I sound like.
Because you don't want everybody coming in and being like, why are you sad, Joel? What's wrong?
No, I'm not depressed. I'll fucking show it to you. I have it right here. I'm not sad. I just sound like this. It's a disclaimer that I always have to put up whenever I do anything when I'm not like acting or doing my like normal adrenaline stream.
I get that. I get in my head a lot. My community can tell you how often I fucking apologize for existing on my streams. We have days where I'm low energy, and then I'll spend like the first quarter of stream being like, I'm sorry, I'm so low energy, guys. I'm really sorry, I'm low energy, guys. And they're like, you're fine.
I would say that's stupid, but I've done that too, so I get it.
I'm like, you take time out of your God. I stole this from you too. Jesus, I'm just like a fucking thief. I'm a content thief. A content vampire?
It's inspiration.
I do this too. One of the things that you say frequently that I've started saying because it's really meaningful is like thanking people not just for like the notion of being here or for their subs or but like thanking people for their time and choosing to spend their time here is really meaningful.
Oh, and my outro.
I know that I got that from you as well because I think that's a really, really poignant way of approaching it.
Wow.
Of thinking about it.
That actually is a good segue into this, but speaking of thanking people for their time, we're actually at the 3-hour mark now, so I just
played myself out, didn't I?
I'm gonna let you free, little vampire. You are now able to fly away. But no,
you've got a pretty good voice. I think this lesson was a success.
Well, you think so? What about the sterling silver that you put into your fucking backpack?
You didn't act like you knew I was stealing that when you originally noticed.
It's called acting, dipshit. It must be a good teacher.
Los Angeles rent is a bitch. It's fucking hard out here on these VTuber streets.
I'm sure it is. That's why you're stealing silver from a dilapidated mansion with a guy who has fucking moss growing on him.
I didn't listen. I'm so smart trying to do content creation and support myself while paying Los Angeles rent. What fucking moron lives in a major city while trying to be in the arts?
Just come over here so I can hype mog you real quick.
Okay.
I forgot to do this before we end the stream. I just wanted to see this.
I'm like 5'7" canonically. Wait, what?
I'm matching my face to you.
Oh, Jesus.
5'7"?
I'm almost the perfect height for this asexual.
5'7"?
Yeah.
To be fair, you kind of like spread leg right now, which is not adding to your height. You're not standing up tall.
I'm always.
Stop.
Okay.
Well, Mel, thank you so much for being on Porcelain Parlor. Do you have anything you'd like to promote? You want to tell people where they can find you? Anything that you got coming up?
I'm definitely gonna take the rest of the night off, Misfits, because I definitely need it. I will see you guys on Monday. I stream different games all the time. Monday is usually Final Fantasy 14. Tuesday is usually Grounded. But other than that, Sunday is always off. But yeah, swing by my channel. If you like late night, I'm like nighttime Pacific, so very different from this schedule. And I stream 5 days a week. And I don't know. I take some notes from you. I try to do it right. I feel like I'm trying to do it right. I'm just trying to listen. I don't know what I'm doing, but I feel like if I'm having fun and you're having fun, then we're doing at least something right. And I don't know, I find it really rewarding. I want to keep doing it as long as I'm allowed. Until I get so old, I get my government mandated notice that I have to walk back into the
When
sea.
people say that when are you going to retire? And it's like, never. Why would I retire? This is something I fucking love doing.
I do. Thank you
It's
for
crazy.
having me.
Thank you for being on. And please, let's play another
I adore
30XX
you.
again. Oh, Mel.
I would love to. Let's play something soon. You're incredible.
Well, thank you so much for being on. It was a pleasure to have you here and introduce you to everyone else in my chat since, again, this is technically the first time I've officially had you on my stream besides, like, fucking Minecraft.
Yeah. And God, I'm just gonna love bomb you so much. You were also one of the first people. When I got to that first, it wasn't even Cobblemon, it was Pixelmon, and I was invited by Siren, which was super flattering. But I was like fucking nobody. I didn't, and there were like titans
We
of
played
industry.
Apex together, didn't we?
Maybe once, but like everyone was like a fucking giant titan of industry, and I felt like fucking no one. And you were one of the first people. You and Ruben were like the first two people that were just like super nice to me and like pulled me along, and I felt like I belonged on that server. So I feel like I've like had like a blood debt ever since. I'm like, Joel introduced, Joel made me feel welcome in this space.
I think that's just like knowing how to talk to a human being, I guess. I don't know how else to describe it. I don't think I did anything that special. It was mostly just being able to actually have a conversation with somebody that you don't know that well is an important, I guess, thing to be able to do. Being
and now
mindful.
I try to pay it forward. You know, I love lifting up my friends and spotlighting them. Like I get excited whenever I get a big raid. I'm like, ooh, I can't wait to like bring this somewhere else and make them smile.
That is another thing. I agree with you on that. I like when I get raids. That way I can throw big viewers at people. I think that's nice.
Yeah.
It's also kind of like
I wasn't in the artist gym. I wasn't.
This, dude. And give them. It's like giving somebody a 50. Like, you know, it's like getting somebody a present. You're like, here you go. Do you like me? Yippee! Have a good day. I made you happy. That made me happy. It's like a weird self-satisfying thing.
You're drawing life from their response when they're like, oh, what? Wait, what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, and honestly, like if we're not here for each other, like what are we doing? This is very much like rising tide. Like we're all in this together. And when we work together and lift each other up, it's, you know, we're all better for it.
I just like having friends.
I like having friends.
You sound like you're about to go to bed, dude. Jesus Christ, you're leaving a fucking stream. You're not going to bed for 30 years.
I just get
It's not like you're about to die.
I just get sentimental.
All right, but I do need you to go because I actually do need to use the bathroom at the little doll's room. You were like, I'm gonna love bomb you. No, you were like, I'm gonna love bomb you for a second. I was like, I have to use the little doll's room, but I don't want to say that I have to use the little doll's room because it makes for a bad ending. And I was like,
oh,
okay.
You could have just given me the stream.
Nope.
I would have traded your.
Nope, I need a good ending.
Nice.
I have an obsession with making good outros and intros. Okay, it's very important to me.
Blockheads, Joel's peeing. Fly free. Chaos reigns.
So,
okay,
are you
you. Goodbye.
You can keep some of the silver. That's my gift to you.
Oh shit, I'm getting pizza tonight. All right, I'll see you later. Thanks again. Love you always.
Have fun. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure to take the rest of the silver. That's all yours. You fucking feed yourself tonight. The funny thing is that that's all it's literally spray painted silver. None of that's real. So, I mean, honestly, she's doing me a favor by taking it because I didn't want any of it, honestly. There's not a lot of, like, trash cans around here, you know? So sometimes you got to figure out a way to get people to take stuff from you without having to throw it away yourself. So, yippee! Hell yeah! You know when you throw away furniture and you have to call somebody to grab it? This is basically that for me. Well, everyone, that was Porcelain Parlor with Mel. If you guys want to see them anywhere else, as I said, you can find them with just Melizande on basically everything. I'm pretty sure that her socials are literally the same everywhere. So probably on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, apparently, Twitch, wherever you want to find them, you can find them in those places. And if you want to see any of the other Porcelain Parlor or date night videos, you can check out the playlist down here if you're watching this in the future as a YouTube video, or you can check out the most recent video right here. As always, Mel's descriptions and links will all be in the YouTube description, so you can scroll down to find them there. And with that being said, thank you guys so much for joining. I hope you had a wonderful Porcelain Parlor or date night in the future if you're watching this on YouTube. And thanks for being here. Have a good rest of the night. You're ruining the fucking moment, chat. Man. Oh, whatever. Mel, I think you're still in the voice call, aren't you?
Yeah, I was muted because you were doing your outro. I just...
Any final things? Because that was the end.
I
That was the end of
exited
it.
the stage. I was being respectful.
I don't know.
I appreciate you having me on again. This is great. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, it's okay. It's okay.
And don't be, listen, you know, don't be a stranger. Like anytime you want to message, my door is always open.
Hey, man, that's the problem for me. One of the problems for me is that my messaging is going to your chat to say hi because I don't DM people. So every time I've been in your chat and said hi, that's my way of being like, hi, Mel. I know you exist. We're friends. Let's get soft tacos. That's what I'm doing.
I appreciate. Should I be back out there? Like I'm just.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. I think like the community at large is really bad at sending messages, and I'm no exception.
Oh, dude, I don't even want messages from people because I always have like 14 business DMs that I have to reply to on Discord, and it gets piled up. So what I like to do is I just like going into people's chats to say hi to them. And I like it when they come into my chat too. It's like a double-way street where that's my preference instead of having a text message or a DM. Like I prefer being in just people's chats and talking to them there. If that makes sense.
I appreciate that. I think I remember Giga talking about that, like just kind of like going in and saying hey to her friends on stream. I've tried to be better about that. I have a lot of channels that I lurk in. Or like maybe at most I'll say hi and then I kind of just let them do their thing.
No, I mean, I'm not watching for like 4 hours, you know. I go in, say hi, hang around for like 5 to 10 minutes, and then I'll fuck off. Like that's my idea of my continued friendship. But yeah, I mean, same to you. If you want to message me or if you want me to play a game with you, just let me know. I'm totally fine with everything. I don't really play collab games that often. So if you're ever like, let's play 30XX or something else, feel free to. That's what we did last time. That was like a random invite. And I was like, fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, I won't. I'll make sure to reach out. Yeah, and I'm getting better at it. You know, I think I just like I get in this head of like, oh, you know, they're doing their thing. They're with their community. Like I don't want to draw too much spotlight from that. But like
no,
a quick hello is probably
my
fine.
chat doesn't give a shit either. They're well behaved. They like it when they like seeing streamers in the chat. Nobody's gonna get mad at me or mad at the person who's saying hi. That's like
I think
a
it's
parasocial
reframing
thing,
something. I think it's like reframing something that in my head seems like a bad thing, but they probably mean it as a good thing. Like when I pop into someone's chat and everyone's like, cease, Mel, cease, Mel, cease, cease, cease. I'm like, oh, I fucked it all up. I fucked it all up.
The only time I think that's a problem is when people are super parasocial to their streamer and want to like get their streamer's attention only for them. I don't think anyone else would give a shit. I don't think my chat gives a shit. I think they like seeing people, like friends of mine, pop in the chat.
Thank you for all the cease, Mel.
Yeah. But with that,
I love, by the way, that that's like a hype thing because like, okay, I have 7 TV on now. Sometimes it toggles itself off. And I remember the first time everyone did that, I was sitting there bewildered at my desk. Like, what did I do wrong? Why are they all mad at me? Should I leave? What do you mean cease? Like, I'll stop. I'm out of here. I'm sorry.
Oh, the first time you've seen it. No, it's cute. It's cute. It's like, oh my God. Wow. I love cease. Okay, get out of here. I gotta go to the bathroom.
Okay. I'll
use
see you
the
later,
friend.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Mel. I'm gonna get a kidney stone, dude. Jesus Christ. All right, chat. I'll be right back. Mel, thank you again. Everyone go check out Mel. Thank you, Mel. I don't want to get a kidney stone, so I'm going to take my head off. You guys are going to be in charge. When I get back, we're playing Monster Hunter Wilds together, okay? Everyone say thank you, Mel, in the YouTube chat and Twitch chat. I'll be right back. I'm going to start. This is going to be our solo stream that we haven't had in a very long time, by the way, because I've been doing collabs all week. I'm going to turn the music up. I'll see you guys in a second.